me this story. Masa, one-time pin no be group work, so don't share. Eyazan, they say share your pin for them to help you. Eyazan, unknown link bia no one click so pa. Bebre yazan, free ATM help sese. My friend, look sharp. GCB Bank will never ask for your PIN, OTP or Ghana card details. Don't fall victim. Think before you click or send anything. Azam Boys Day Street. So DG, call 0800 422 422 toll free or WhatsApp 0202 422 422 when in doubt. This fraud alert campaign, Eyazan, is brought to you by GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Your skin deserves the best care possible. Introducing Princess Premium Lotion, crafted with vitamin B3 for all your skin types. Choose from our 4 luxurious variants: Radiant Skin with cocoa butter and vitamin E, Skin Revitalization, enriched with aloe vera and vitamin E, Healthy Glow featuring lemon and vitamin E, plus SPF 15 sun protection, and Skin Rejuvenation with carrot oil and vitamin A. Take care of the future you with Princess Premium Lotion. Princess Premium Lotion is your perfect choice. Available now for your everyday skincare needs. The GC brand, it's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
It's the season of goals, the tense moments, the thrilling moments, the unforgettable winning moments. And now your winning moment could be next. Buy a Samsung Galaxy device from now till July 3rd from any authorized dealer and stand a chance to win Samsung TVs every week. From Galaxy phones, tablets and watches to refrigerators, microwaves, and even an 85-inch Samsung TV to upgrade your matchday experience at home. Visit samsung.txtghana.com after purchase and enter your details to enter the weekly draw, and you could be one of our lucky winners. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we did our side, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Africa lifting you higher.
Charlie, the contract is here. But my pocket, flat like a football with no hair.
Don't stress. That is why DCI Microfinance is here for you.
DCI? What magic can they do?
No magic, just real solutions. With your contract and LPO financing, you can deliver on time. And when you're waiting on payment, their invoice and certificate discounting puts cash in your hands quickly. Their loans are fast, simple, and reliable.
So no more borrowing for my father-in-law? Now, that's a blessing.
Exactly. Call them now on 0577 66 9346. DCI Microfinance, miles beyond the extra.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interest will be. You can provide your growing babies with yummy goodness. Yumvita is a delicious cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, older ones love it too. Yumvita is filled with yummy goodness for growing babies and is available in other yummy variants. Yumvita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
Citi 97.3. Kakra. Citi 97.3. More variety.
This is the story of Anthony Owusu-Ansah and his delivery business, Shark Express. What started as one man's dream is now a thriving same-day delivery business that serves hundreds of families. Through financing, mentorship, business networks, and market access, ABSA is helping businesses like Shark Express grow, create jobs, build futures, and deliver joy across Ghana. Behind Anthony's success isn't only hard work, it's having the right partner like ABSA. From funding to guidance, ABSA stands with entrepreneurs who dare to dream.
We see your story and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
You are listening to Citi 97.3 FM, the city's finest.
There can be no other 97.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to Citi. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. Citi FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Wale mawono e fonko bogbeno enyela yito ikepamo e kokuranya bano mawo bohe wale mawono e fonko bogbeno enyela yito ikepamo e kokuranya bano ma wachepo dio shele fenshona shia ma wachepo ma ho shele fenshona shia engela yito ikepamo e kokuranya bano engela yito ikepamo e kokuranya bano. Come on.
Ma wo bohe wale ma wono e fonko ba obeno engela yito ikepamo e kokuranya bano. Ma wo bohe wale ma wono e fonko ba obeno
Unleashing the power of the radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Ma wachepo dio shele fenshona shia ma wachepo ma ho shele fenshona shia enyela yito ikepamo e
kokuranya bano
enyela yito ikepamo e
kokuranya bano.
I am the Lord. Come on.
I am the Lord, the one who keeps thee. This is the man Perez Music. He calls this one Hey Walelala. Bringing time to 6:33 on Monday morning, 22nd day of the month of June. The Citi Breakfast Show on a day after one of the longest days of rain ever recorded. It's not the maximum millimeters, but it's the length of the rain. Around 3 a.m. in parts of Accra. And up until 11 p.m. it was still raining. We are well and truly in the rainy season, which is interesting because 21st June is the summer solstice, which is essentially the longest day of sunshine in the northern hemisphere. So whilst I'm not sure if they saw the sun, but we had a lot of rain. We didn't see the sun yesterday. So whilst those in the northern hemisphere would have had the longest day of sunshine directly, we had a lot of rain. Anyway, so whether we are having sun or rain, God is still raining, which is why we're happy to bring you the Citi Breakfast Show today. with all the big stories, all the correct angles, the right analysis. Starting off with Business Sense, brought to you by APSA. Going green is not just about saving the planet, it can save you real money. Install solar panels and cut down power costs. Get an electric vehicle and reduce what you spend getting around. Switch to energy efficient equipment and lower the cost of running your home or business. And the best part, APSA Bank can help you finance it all. The APSA Green Finance Loan gives you what you need to make it happen. Walk into any of our branches, ask about the Green Finance Loan today, and say yes to a greener tomorrow. Your story matters, APSA. A man cannot be careful until his colleague wears a mask. When Opana wears his coolie high and his mask, it means that Charlie, he has seen something. What have you seen? Because for the past few months, you've gone easy on this mask.
You know, when I go, no, they take something.
So you went the thing where something, you wear your mask.
So when I come back, they'll be like, the visa finish.
And you like you know that any evil plan and evil concoction against
Charlie, definitely never.
Yes, those things. Yes, all those Ayito Mekatins. Ayito Kekpamo. Oh, Charlie, I love the language. Yeah, Charlie, somebody should explain it. Say, all the Ayito things England is planning against us. England, you Mali The news review segment is brought to you by Fidelity Bank, and the two men you are hearing, Richard Sky and Caleb Kudah, they are just happy. They say they're happy. Ghana they be, so they're happy. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits from lower interest rate, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and smiles that last. It's time to call 0800 003 355. Fidelity Bank, believe it. Okay, so Sky, what are you starting with?
Well, there's a story on the front page of the Ghanaian Times talking about social media ban for under 17s. I've been talking about this thing like forever, but the Ghanaian Times don't feature me for front page. They even say I don't be big man, so that didn't worry me. Rahman, you be my man, no? Challenge for give me front page.
So what is the story?
So social media ban for under 17-year-olds.
Yeah, that's from Child's Rights.
Yeah, they are saying that children spend 7 hours online daily, according to them. A great story, and we need to do something.
Even adults are addicted.
Challenge.
So it's been designed that children. We have to deal with it.
And then also talking about children, Charlie, over the weekend, I saw many videos and photographs of some parents apparently going to the campuses of their kids with all kinds of vehicles and showering all kinds of things. I don't know where we are going.
After enjoying free HSS.
Charlie, now the Minister for Education and his people are intervening. Lavish displays force a halt of SHS graduation ceremonies. Okay, lavish displays force halt of SHS graduation ceremonies. Comes with a photograph of the minister for the sector. And then also this troubling one, Adjoa Safo injured in shooting incident. The police, we are told, are investigating the matter.
That's correct. And restriction for social media access for children under 17 is also on the Daily Graphic this morning. And Next Step Summit adopts 18-pillar framework for reparatory justice. That's here. Flooding. Cape Coast Summer Boy submerged. It has an aerial view of Summer Boy. You only see roofs and windows of most of the buildings is submerged, and it's been attributed to illegal mining. On the back page, Asari faces biggest test against England. That's Benjamin Asari, our goalkeeper.
Yeah, he'll do well. The Chronicle says this morning, Brian appeals to Ken, hold fire and embrace unity. Also the front page this morning, top government official implicated in attempt to seize Bondi mining concession. And then some other stories in the paper this morning.
Right, the Herald, NPP MP whitewashes image with $196 million Australia drug seizure linked to Ghana. Comes with a photograph of Reverend John Ntim Fojo and British actress Emma Hussein. Appeal court's landmark verdict in Okudjeto's inheritance fraud case expected this week. There are other stories here as well, including Nakok arrested arresting 5 Central University students over cannabis-related offences.
Let me take you to the free press that is making a return. The big story says NDC headquarters to be renamed after Rawlings. So the photograph of the late former president is here on the front page together with the NDC chairman and president John Dramani Mahama. Also on the front page this morning, state campaign funding must be implemented now, and national security architecture changes, according to the paper.
So the Ghanaian publisher is giving a big space to the demand for social media ban for minors over rising online threats. That's a big one for them. And the other one is Christo Asafo crisis. Joa Asafo suffers gunshot injuries. And the final story, NPP chairmanship Tampuli Nyindam endorse Ejakon.
The Informer says this morning, green card will not save Ofuriatta. Kofi Bento clarifies. Ansar Sari urges him to return voluntarily. Also on the front page this morning, tell Ghanaians where Sedina is. Minority and One Ghana movement are yelling at government. And then also indiscipline in schools concerns mount over student behavior. Calls grow for stern action.
The news center, 2 dead, over 1,400 displaced as floods ravaged Summer Boy. Kids online threats rising. CRI warns Ghanaian children face rising risk of exploitation, abuse, and harmful content. Now, over 10,000 Burkinabe asylum seekers seek refuge in Ghana.
Let me take you to the Daily Gist newspaper. Bloody attacks in Christo Asafo. Bullets hit Adjo Asafo. 6 suspects arrested. 6 guns seized, according to the newspaper. Also on the front page this morning, NDC offers Kennedy Japan $55 million contract with 11% kickback. They appear to be killing that from the claims made by the Member of Parliament. And then government exposed over unpaid salary arrears of past officials. Comes with a photograph of Felix Kwatiofosu, the Minister for Government Communications.
The Inquisitor, after years of uncouthness, Wuntumi Wobbles wants to apologize to Mahama. NPA shows love to Accra Psychiatric Hospital inmates on Father's Day. NDC guru in roguery leads Chinese crooks to take over mining concession at Bondi.
The story about Adjo Asafo and the brother make the front page of the new publisher. You want to grab a copy and read that. Also on the front page, GES bans show-offs in senior high schools. Stops graduation ceremonies nationwide.
Daily Guide has the story of Adjo Asafo being shot as well. Ban on children under 17 social media is here as well. Police foiling Bondi mine concession is also here. Unite behind Baomia, Brian to NPP, and avoid negative attitudes. Reverend Wengam to pastors.
The Daily Democrat says agro-processing key to economic transformation. Dr. Eric Opoku, the minister. Oh, is he now doctor? Oh, okay. I see. He's on the front page, the Minister for Agriculture. Also on the front page this morning, assassination attempt on Adjo Asafo and group petitions MPP NEC to expel Kennedy Japan without a hearing.
So BNFT has an article from Kofi Bento, a feature, Kofi Bento, before they vanish, government appointees must answer. And on energy, government eyes regional gas hub role and tokenization to boost capital market depth, expand access to finance. This is BOG.
Let me take you to the Inside newspaper. Reparations. Kwesi Pratt rejects symbolic justice for enslaved Africans, demands global action beyond UN resolution. Also, reparations must restore humanity, not just provide compensation. This is coming from a globally respected personality from Africa, Professor Wole Soyinka. And then some other stories on the front page this morning.
Final paper from a Republic Press. Chaos at Christo Asafo. Adjo Asafo injured in shooting incident. Rain turns Kaswa Accra Highway into nightmare. Commuters trapped for hours in flood chaos. Brian Echampo steps into NPP rift, urges Ken to join Unity Drive and stay focused, resilient. Samuel Uku urges Baumia.
The Ghanaian Point is my final newspaper. KGL is still in the news, Charlie. KGL Group extends support and encouragement to Black Stars. I don't know why this is the lead story. We don't have anything to talk about.
I think they're one of the lead sponsors.
Oh, but it is irrelevant. Now, some of these things are lead stories, unless you're not selling them. Okay.
PR.
Education Ministry also on the suspension of related matters.
Maybe you should decide which one you read, so you're not going to worry yourself. Channel 1 News Online, I'll give you 3 groups of stories. The first one is about 4 on Adjo Asafo. So it's like a a series of stories. Attah-Mensah injured in shooting. 6 bodyguards arrested after Attah-Mensah shooting incident. And then 2 Christo Asafo members seek injunction to block Apostle Kojo Safo's successor. So that's one group. Then the other has to do with rains and the havoc. Cape Coast building collapse, leaves 2 dead. Fire destroys 6 apartments in Abu Abu, 15 displaced. Toddler kills as rain-triggered mudslides buries homes in Cape Coast. Right, and then there are a number of unrelated stories. Fathers play a key role in national development. Professor Poko Agyeman, the vice president, and Education Ministry says show-offs fuel peer pressure and corrupt values.
Too much.
All those on Channel 1 News. Now, if you go to citynewsroom.com, UTAG. So this morning, Education Ministry has a lot to say. UTAG warns government resolve service conditions by June 30 or face strike. All right, and then Ghana eyes rail shift to protect road investments, captures Sahel cargo trade. So Ghana is still eyeing a rail. Other headlines: rally behind Bawumia to defeat 419 NDC in 2028. Apenyo Marking said this, and then fire guts Bosom Trisam Fishing Harbour in Takrady. All right, and then if you go to myjournline.com, the UTAG ultimatum is their lead story as well, and the fire in Takrady is also there. Muhammad jokes about Father's Day gifts, compares bouquet haul to First Lady's Mother's Day surprise. And it has an interesting twist to
I thought there's a ban on, bouquets or...
No, it's not
hampers.
Hamper. So somebody can send his father hampers, Father's Day hamper now.
Well, I thought that was the official.
Police clamp down. Police clamp down on siren abuse. Arrest 19.
Yeah.
There's a lot more I can so I suggest they should arrest.
I will give them other routes as well.
Yeah. If you move to Graphic Online, NDC names party headquarters at Albaka after Rawlings. Okay. Everywhere else, there are 2 things. There's talks over the Strait of Hormuz progressing. So US and Iran are making progress in talks to keep the Hormuz Strait open. This is Bloomberg. And then the BBC says there's trouble in number 10. Top government figures expect Keir Starmer to announce resignation plans. UK has had how many prime ministers in the past 10 years?
Like 6 or so.
Almost. It's serious though.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So
that's parliamentary democracy.
All eyes on Starmer. Yeah. What does the PM say and when? So we'll keep an eye on that.
I said long ago that he was going to go. As for that one,
let's get into the details.
Let me take you to page 3 of the Ghanaian Times. Lead story on Attah-Mensah, and the story is by Benjamin Acton Tete. Says former member of Parliament for Dominic Kwabenya, Sarah Attah-Mensah, sustained a gunshot injury and was rushed to hospital on Sunday following a shooting incident near the residence of her late father, Apostle Kojo Safo Kantanka, at Kwabenya in the Greater Accra region. According to reports, the incident occurred as Mrs. Safo was heading to the residence to attend a ceremony organized by the Christo Asafo Church to introduce a new leader following the death of the church's founder. Now, unconfirmed accounts suggested that armed men fired multiple rounds at her vehicle, with 1 bullet reportedly grazing her neck.
Now, we are told the police are probing the shooting incident that injured her. The Ghana Police Service has launched investigations into a shooting incident involving the former member of Parliament for Dom Kwabenya, Sarah Attah-Mensah, who sustained gunshot injuries at Kwabenya in the Greater Accra region. Now, the other story...
I have 2 related stories.
Great.
So 2 Christo Asafo members seek injunction to block the succession. 2 members of the Christo Asafo Mission Church have filed a suit at Accra High Court challenging a constitutional framework governing the succession to the leadership of the church following the death of founder Apostle Kojo Safo. The plaintiffs are Kwekwa Jenim Boating of Agogo in Kumasi and Seth Apia Richard Brown. They've sued the Christo Asafo Mission and 4 others, including Israel Kojo Safo, known as Nana Kojo Akofena, Festus Owusu Bedu, Dr. Kojo Adu Udro, and Robert Intifo. The writ was filed on June 18. Details are given. Then the police have arrested 6 bodyguards of Attah-Mensah after the shooting incident you referred to.
As that Safo or the brother, which is which? Her bodyguards or the other person's bodyguards?
6 of the brother. Sorry, forgive me. 6 bodyguards of Nana Kojo Safo Akofena, the younger brother of former Dom Kwabenya MP, have reportedly been arrested in connection with the shooting incident. Then the last one, in relation to that, the church itself has said that Attah-Mensah shooting claims are false. So the church sent a statement. The Christo Asafo Mission has rejected claims that the former Dom Kwabenya MP was shot during an incident at the church's property. Now, in their version, they say that the incident occurred after Attah-Mensah allegedly drove her vehicle into the entrance gate of the property.
What does that even mean?
Following a church event, causing damage to 2 metallic gates. And the church indicated that worshippers and guests were present at the time and the action created a serious risk to lives and property. It added that security personnel intervened to prevent further escalation. Police say they are investigating. 6 people have been arrested. We'll keep an eye on that story. Caleb, give me the flooding stories
from the Summer Boy.
The
News Center and Daily Graphic has very detailed accounts. If you go to the center spread, it has pictorial accounts of the Cape Coast and Summer Boy floods. And News Center is giving you figures that 2 dead, over 1,400 displaced as floods ravaged Summer Boy. Over 1,000 residents have been displaced following devastating floods that swept through Summer Boy in the Wasa-Memphis West municipality of the Western region, leaving 2 people dead and several communities submerged. The deceased have been identified as a 14-month-old baby and a 17-year-old boy. The flooding triggered by overflow of the Samre and Tana rivers after hours of heavy rainfall has forced hundreds of families out of their homes, with many now taking shelter in schools and church buildings. You are told the Summer Boy area has a population of over 28,000 and it has been severely affected, with authorities estimating that nearly half of the community has been impacted by the rising waters. Now, graphic makes us understand that these areas previously did not flood at all in the past. However, due to the onslaught of activities of illegal miners, we are seeing what we are seeing now.
There's also 2 stories from the central region. Toddler killed as rain triggered mudslide buries home in Cape Coast. This story says a 20-month-old toddler lost his life while 3 other women sustained serious injuries when a rain-triggered mudslide swept through part of Tantri in Cape Coast Friday, June 19, following hours of relentless rainfall. The building collapse incident occurred about 4:45 p.m. after a section of a nearby hillside gave way, sending debris crashing onto 3 structures situated below the slope. The victims are named. Then we're also told that Cape Coast building collapse leaves 2 dead. 2 people died following the collapse of the building in Cape Coast. Hospital authorities confirmed 12-year-old Anastasia Baka and 40-year-old Ajua Bedua. The incident occurred after a heavy downpour in the early hours of Sunday. So 2 separate incidents. One was a landslide leading to a toddler's death. The other was a building collapse after the rain. Then in the Western region, a fire. Actually 2. There are 2. One in Ashanti region, one in the Western region. So fire destroys 6 apartments in Abuabo, 15 displaced in Ashanti region. This is from Hafiz Tijani. According to Ashanti Regional Fire Service Commander Peter Tete, the fire started in one of the rooms before spreading to other residential apartments, displacing 15 people, while fire officers have commenced investigations to determine the exact cause of the outbreak. This is Abuabo in Asokori Mampong. Then in the Western region, there's so many things happening this weekend. Fire guards Bosomtri Sam Fishing Harbour in 2nd D. A fire outbreak on Sunday, allegedly triggered by a minor landslide that brought down an electricity pole, destroyed a premix fuel station at Bosomtri Sam Fishing Harbour in 2nd D, Takrady. Eyewitnesses say heavy rainfall on Sunday caused part of the hilly terrain around the fishing harbour to give way, leading to the collapse of an electricity pole onto the premix fuel storage facility. The impact sparked the inferno, which also gutted 2 vehicles as well as parts of the station's offices and rooms.
Okay, Bernard, let me take you to a number of stories concerning schools and kids. So the first one you'll find on page 13 of the Ghanaian Times says, lavish displays force halt of senior high school graduation ceremonies. Quickly, the Ministry of Education has suspended all senior high school graduation ceremonies nationwide with immediate effect. Now, this follows growing concerns over the increasing display of wealth and extravagance at some school events across the country. Now, the directive, which was issued by the Minister of Education, Haruna Idrisu, has been duly communicated to the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, pending a review of existing guidelines governing graduation ceremonies in second cycle institutions. Now, if you move from there, then you find, again, a story concerning kids.
Is that the Ghanaian Times?
Again, yeah, still in the Ghanaian Times. You find that story on page 12. And it says, ban social media for under 17-year-olds. The story is by Agnes Opoku Sapong. And it says, Child Rights International has called for a ban on social media access for children under the age of 17. following findings from a recent study which revealed high levels of screen use among children and growing exposure to online risks. Now, the study indicated that children in the country spend up to 7 hours a day online, exposing them to sexual content, cyber abuse, and exploitation. Now, it further found that about 80% of children aged between 5 and 12 use digital screens daily, with mainly spending between 2 and 7 hours on devices, mainly mobile phones. Now, the research, which covered over 8,000 children in urban centers, including Accra, Kumasi, Sunyani, and Tamale, was conducted between March and May of 2026.
I agree with Child Rights International. I think we need to broach that subject very seriously.
And before that, though, again, if you go to the Informer, they also have a lead story that says concerns mount over student behavior, calls grow for stern action to deal with the problem. And they are quoting a former Deputy Attorney General, Tia Yeboah, leading this particular
Still within that space, Central University Management responds to reports of individuals in NACOC custody. So Central University has suspended all remaining Students Representative Council SRC Week activities following the arrest of 5 individuals by the Narcotics Control Commission, NACOC, over their alleged involvement in the sale and distribution of cannabis and cannabis-infused products on campus. In a statement issued on June 19, the university said it had become aware of media reports concerning 5 individuals currently in NACOC custody following an incident that reportedly occurred during a program associated with the SRC Week celebration. So that's the update on
Talking
that one.
about that, let me just mention that over the weekend we saw, was it on Friday, we saw a story about some 300 or 200 million pound worth of drugs that
From
apparently
Ghana to Australia.
or allegedly originated from Ghana and ended up somewhere in Australia.
Correct. I think the news center has something on that. It says,
you want to tell us
how
part
did
one?
$208 million illegal drugs originate from Ghana? That's on page 8 of the news center this morning. So it says that the interception of 320 kilogram
methamphetamine.
Yes, that one. Thank you. Shipment worth an estimated $208 million in Australia has triggered serious questions about Ghana's export security architecture, with calls mounting for authorities to investigate how such a large consignment was able to leave the country without being detected. So this is on page 8 of the news center.
With all the challenges on our roads, Ghana says it is eyeing a shift to rail. It's just eyeing. This is a story by Emmanuel
Side
on CitiNewsroom.com. Says government is positioning rail as the next frontier of Ghana's transit trade strategy. Unveiling plans to move cargo destined for the Sahel through a dedicated freight corridor from Takrady to Hamile. Finance Minister Dr. Akasselati Forson said the move is intended to protect billions of cedis invested in road infrastructure while strengthening Ghana's role as a regional logistics hub. Dr. Forson also signaled a tougher stance on overloaded trucks, warning that government is preparing stricter regulation and punitive measures to curb the destruction of roads. He was talking at an event somewhere and disclosed that discussions have started with counterparts across Burkina, Mali and the wider Sahel bloc on funding arrangements for the project, which is expected to take between 3 and 5 years to complete. If executed, the strategy could reduce pressure on Ghana's highways while opening a new chapter in transit trade and regional freight movement. Which one is making you laugh? Is it the eyeing?
The government is eyeing.
GNA has a story here. Police is clamping down on siren abuse and arrest 19. The Central East Regional Police Motor Traffic and Transport Department has arrested 19 drivers for various traffic offences, including the unauthorized use of sirens and strip lights. The arrests were made during an enforcement exercise aimed at addressing traffic violations and improving road safety in the region. A statement issued by the Central East Regional Police Command and copied to the GNA said the operation targeted the unauthorized use of sirens, strip lights, and unapproved vehicle lamps, as well as driving on shoulders and verges. It said 3 drivers were arrested for the abuse of sirens and strip lights, 10 for use of unapproved routes, and 6 for driving on road shoulders. And this was conducted at Crispo City Traffic on the Kaswa-Winneba Highway and Kaswa New Market on the Kaswa-Bosbiasi Road. And the statement was issued after.
Okay.
Charlie.
So on Father's Day,
Yeah.
we want to celebrate all the father figures in our lives, from the papacy to the lordskiships to the skies to our parents.
The president is joking that he sent a picture. President John Mahama has sparked amusement on social media after sharing a light-hearted post comparing the number of bouquets he received to those received by First Lady
Discrimination.
In the Facebook post on Sunday, the president shared 2 photographs side by side. One showed a modest collection of flower bouquets he received on Father's Day, while the other depicted a Sochi filled with bouquets presented overflowing on Mother's Day. Accompanying the image was a brief but humorous caption. Fathers.
You don't talk anything.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank, and that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
My salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If you believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I dey your side, Fidelity.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
City Business News at 7. Francisca Caesar here with the bulletin. Good morning, Na.
Good morning, Mr. Avle. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank and GOIL PLC. GOIL, good energy. Coming up in the bulletin, government's treasury bills targets fall short by 1.07 billion Ghana cedis, and government targets shift of heavy cargo from road to rail and a new Sahel trade strategy. Also coming up, global vehicle assembly companies push for restoration of value-added tax exemption. I'm Nashika Caesar. Let's settle for the details of our stories. Investor demand for treasury bills in the primary market remained subdued last week, with the latest auction falling short of the government's fundraising target by 1.07 billion Ghana cedis. Results released by the Bank of Ghana showed that investors submitted a total of 4.21 billion Ghana cedis in bids across the 91-day, 182-day, and 364-day treasury bill tenors.
The amounts accepted resulted in a funding shortfall representing an undersubscription of 20.2%. The 91-day Treasury bill continued to account for the largest share of investor demand, attracting bids worth 2.26 billion Ghana cedis, all of which were accepted by the government. The 182-day bill recorded bids of 802 million Ghana cedis, with the government accepting the full amount tendered. Meanwhile, investors submitted 1.15 billion Ghana cedis for the 364-day bill, and the government accepted all the bids received, indicating no rejections across any of the three tenors. Yields went up across the curve, with the 91-day bill urging up 26 basis points to 5.3%. The 182-day bill also increased by 5 basis points to 7.13% from the previous week's 7%, while the 364-day bill rose 39 basis points to 11.36%. The outcome suggests that investor appetite for government securities weakened considerably, despite government accepting all bids tendered. Looking ahead, the government plans to raise 4.6 billion Ghana cedis through its next auction.
Netili Neti Ajaho filed that business desk report. Moving away from that, the government is preparing a major overhaul of Ghana's freight transport model as it seeks to reduce the distraction caused by overloaded cargo trucks and reposition the country as a logistics hub for landlocked Sahel economies. Finance Minister Dr. Samuel Attah-Mensah says the long-term strategy includes designating Takoradi Port as a dedicated gateway for Sahel-bound cargo and constructing a railway line linking Takoradi to Hamile in the Upper West region to move freight inland by rail.
One of the things, again, we'll be doing is to declare the Takoradi Port as the port for the Sahel and build a railway line from Takoradi to Hamile and creating an inland port at Hamile so that people from the Sahel, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and other countries can take the goods from the Hamile, which is in the Upper West region, and dedicating the Takoradi Port as the port for Sahel. And so you bring your goods to Takoradi, and they will haul it straight by rail to Hamile. But that would take some time. You need at least 3 to 5 years to have 1,012 kilometer of railway line completed and a number of investment. I'm talking to my counterpart in Burkina Faso, Mali, and in fact the Sahel, the Federation. We are having a conversation as to how to fund it and together share the costs to be able to have that done so that we can build a strategic railway line linking the port of Takoradi to the Sahel at Hamile so that they can take their goods from there. It will take a bit of time, but government has a plan and that will be done in the shortest possible time.
You heard the Finance Minister, Dr. Samuel Attah-Mensah. Now, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly AMA is set to begin locking up shops and business premises of unpaid business operating permit fees, property rates and rent from today as part of a revenue enforcement exercise. Barring any last-minute changes by the Assembly, businesses and property owners with outstanding obligations to the AMA risk having their premises temporarily closed until all arrears are settled. The planned enforcement action follows a notice issued by the Assembly on June 19, 2026, informing businesses, property owners and the general public of the impending exercise and urging defaulters to regularize their payment immediately to avoid disruptions to their operations. According to the AMA, the exercise targets businesses and property owners who have failed to honor their statutory obligations by defaulting on the payment of BOP fees, property rates and rent due to the Assembly. Moving on, some global vehicle assembly companies operating in Ghana say production has slowed following the removal of the value-added tax VAT exemption on locally assembled vehicles. They warn that maintaining the 20% VAT could force local assemblers to cut production, scale down operations and put hundreds of skilled engineering jobs at risk. My colleague Daniel Odu visited the Nissan and Toyota assembly plant in Tema and filed this report.
In 2018, Ghana introduced the Automotive Development Policy to attract global vehicle manufacturers to establish assembly plants in the country. The policy offered several incentives, including a 0% VAT on locally assembled vehicles and import duty concessions of between 5 and 10% on components, making local vehicle assembly more competitive. However, industry players say the removal of the VAT exemption is beginning to affect production at the Japan Motors assembly plant, which assembles Nissan, Forson, Peugeot, and Geely vehicles. The vehicle assembly plant manager, Emmanuel Jason Solomon Penne, said the company has been unable to increase its production targets this year because of the tax policy.
In a year, last year we did close to 1,500, close to 1,500. This year we intended to do more, but with the government change of policy where they take the VAT component out, can you that local production they make their price competitive. But when they are taking the VAT away, you make the local vehicle price very competitive. But people of that because now that the VAT is taken away, that's still affecting the volume for now. But even with that, we are still doing about 138 vehicles.
Mr. Penne called on the government to restore the VAT exemption, saying it would improve the competitiveness of locally assembled vehicles, boost production, and drive higher sales.
To the company, they should maintain it for the assembly plant until a new policy is given, so that we can move. And the new one, the government wanted to move in the hands vested, which is very good. We appreciate. Until then, the component of the local assembly, which was still get some advantage in terms of production sales, they should still maintain it until then.
Meanwhile, the deputy factory manager at Toyota Chusho Manufacturing Company Limited, Nik Amarteifio, raised concerns about persistent delays in clearing imported components at the ports. He said the situation is disrupting production schedules and affecting the company's operations.
We usually face sometimes issues at the ports, by clearing the units, breaking up the time. Sometimes there are some port delays that slow down our production schedules. But we always try to work on the environment, stabilize those issues.
You heard the Deputy Factory Manager at Toyota Chusho Manufacturing Company Limited, Nik Amarteifio, and in that report filed by Daniel Odu-Mensah. Now, the week-long management bootcamp of the 2026 Citi Business Festival has commenced to equip professionals, entrepreneurs, and corporate executives with the leadership and strategic management skills required to thrive in the business environment. The annual intensive executive development program by Channel One TV and Citi FM has become a leading platform for business education, entrepreneurship development, as well as the executive capacity building in Ghana. This year's edition is scheduled to run from June 21 to June 26, 2026 at the Platinum Bay Hotel in Abokobi. The bootcamp is designed to address the growing demand for leadership excellence, strategic thinking, and innovation-driven management practices as businesses navigate economic uncertainty, digital disruption, and evolving customer expectations. The 2026 Citi Business Festival is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel One Television in partnership with Absa Bank and sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN, Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, and Petra Trust. Now, on the interbank market today, the dollar is trading at 11 cedis 21 pesos, and the British pound is going for 14 cedis 82 pesos, and the euro is going for 12 cedis 85 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Goil PLC. Goil, good energy. I'm Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for your company. Do have a great business day.
30 years ago, MTN arrived in Ghana and everything changed. Now, to celebrate 30 years, we are giving back big time. The MTN at 30 promo is here. 9 Toyota Land Cruiser Prados to be won. Over 10 million Ghana cedis in rewards, plus so much more. Connect to your everyday hustle on MTN. Make video calls. Browse the internet for business with family and friends. Connect your home to MTN Fiber. Make that money move on Momo and stay ahead because every move counts. Ghana, let's celebrate 30 years of MTN with the MTN at 30 promo. Use more MTN services, build more points, and win big. Dial *530# or visit the My MTN app for more.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Origin or the drink. Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goyle, good energy.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
L to the A to the L to the L. Hey. La, la, la. Help me make I know they talk much. I wanna be concise. We want to accommodate. Come make I be your bike. Working from 9 to 5. You polite, my hand design. I'm scanning that whole area. The code I want to
It's 14 after 7. Ashika Caesar just served you the City Business News. That's brought to you by Godfred Akoto Boafo and MTN. Edwin Kwao Kofi is in the studio. We'll bring you kickoff very shortly.
Bring all the joy con
with all the wonders and records that have been broken in the World Cup. That's still ongoing. As you are on the road, look out for a Gwell service station. Go fuel up your vehicle because Gwell Super XP is of premium quality. It gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. It's fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine, makes your engine perform to the max. Using minimal fuel that takes you further. Just go fuel up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. Gwell Super XP. So filia, Ube Fili. Well, good energy. Now, do you know how money really moves in Ghana? At EcoBank, we know it doesn't just move on payday, but every day, connecting you to the people who matter most. EcoBank provides one seamless banking experience across 34 African countries. Our digital platforms instantly connect people, businesses, and opportunities across the entire continent. So pay bills, transfer funds, manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Just download the EcoBank mobile app, dial *770# Thank you for this EcoBank. Use EcoBank online and our nationwide ATMs. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank. Now, sometimes big moments begin with small things. A call to someone you love, a memo to help family, a bundle to grow your business. And what if those little moves could lead to something much bigger? With the MTN at 30 promo, every call, text, browse, Momo transaction, home fiber connection, and activity on the My MTN app earns you points toward amazing rewards. Win one of 9 brand new Toyota Land Cruiser Prados. Share in over 10 million Ghana Cedi cash prizes. Enjoy unforgettable experience made just for you. What are you waiting for? Every move counts. So just dial *530# or open the My MTN app and join the MTN at 30 promo now. MTN at 30, make every move count. Adrian Kofi is here to serve you kickoff. All you need to know in the world of sports. As far as the World Cup is concerned, that's brought to you by Lesheho. Are you ready to power up your finances and unlock your path to financial freedom? The Lesheho Fixed Deposit Solution is tailored just for you. With Lesheho's Fixed Deposit Solution, you are making your money work for you. Join the investment revolution and enjoy with our fixed deposit solution. Take charge of your financial future. Call us now 0302-208-333. Invest wisely, invest with Lesheho. Lesheho, let's improve life. Man, I was at the Barbers, Edwin, and I was watching the Netherlands and is it Switzerland?
The Netherlands and Sweden.
And Sweden. I was watching that game and I saw 2 names scoring goals. I'm like, these goals belong to us.
They belong to us.
Bro, Benny, Gakpo,
they're taking them from our shores and they are performing wonders for them at the World Cup.
Gakpo, come back. Bro, come back. I said, no, those 2 goals belong to us. But man, Netherlands really had a good time.
They did have a good time. A wonderful performance against Sweden.
Yeah.
A 5-1 victory, which takes them almost takes them into the second round of the competition. But it was a wonderful victory for them. That group in particular is very interesting. We'll get to that. Because I want to focus on Africa's representatives.
Tell me about it. How are we doing?
So prior to Friday, we had 2 wins at the tournament. Of course, you have to talk about the Ivory Coast, who beat Ecuador in their first game.
Yes.
And then the Black Stars of Ghana, who got a victory over Panama. But then we saw Morocco on Friday. Yes, Morocco picked up a valuable win on Friday. So they became the 3rd African country to get a win. And subsequently, earlier this morning, we saw Egypt become the 4th African country to get a win. It was actually their first ever win at the FIFA World Cup ever in
so
the
even
history.
Though they've been doing well on the African continent at
Exactly.
AFCON, when they get to the World Cup, the Pharaohs don't shine.
They do not shine at all. But this year, they seem to be getting good results. They currently have 4 points, which all but guarantees them a place in the round of 32. So Africa's representatives, at least some of them doing well. The others not so well. The Ivory Coast, after their first win against Ecuador, they lost late on to Germany. They actually took the lead through Francisca, but Germany came back to win late on 2 goals to 1. Yes, they are. And in the other African team we've seen this weekend is Tunisia. They are out of the competition. Unfortunately, they are out of the competition.
No, they'll be used for tuna. I'm sorry. No, Tunisia no sit up, basically.
No sit up.
It didn't go well for them.
And they are perennial underachievers at international tournaments, whether it's the AFCON, whether it's the World Cup. Anytime they go, they are almost always the first African team to qualify for whatever whatever tournament it is, and then they end up being the first African country to be kicked out.
They should focus their energies on something else.
They already sacked their coach after 1 match. They brought in Hervé Renard and conceded 4 more.
Still nothing changed.
Still nothing changed for them. More. Yes,
I like that one.
4 more for them to not do more. Well, we have Cape Verde or Cabo Verde.
Cabo Verde. Tell me about Cabo Verde.
They are the wonders of this FIFA World Cup.
I love it.
Look, after their draw against Spain, everyone was thinking it was a fluke. But they managed to draw again with one of the World Cup's heavyweights, Uruguay.
I like this for
a
them.
2-2 draw.
Charlie, 2-2 draw.
A 2-2
It's not like
draw.
0-0 or 1-1.
A 2-2 draw.
Back to back.
Properly matched them.
No, I love it.
Now they have a chance to qualify if they beat Saudi Arabia in their final game.
Saudi Arabia did that strong.
Well, they lost 4-0 to Spain yesterday, and in times past they've been pretty decent. This tournament they've not looked that good. But Cabo Verde,
no, I'm rooting
a chance for them to go.
I'm rooting for Cabo Verde, man.
Yes, in the other games we saw a wonderful goalkeeping performance from Eloy Room from Curacao, the smallest ever nation to qualify for the World Cup. Yes, Curacao. They played Ecuador, and that match ended 0-0.
The spelling of their country's name is I see that.
It's Curacao, but there's some small accent there under the second C.
So that is the one called Curacao.
That's the one called Curacao, and he made 15 saves.
15
saves in that game. Wow. The second most in World Cup history.
Ever.
The second most ever number of saves made by a goalkeeper at the World Cup.
This World Cup really has all the markings of history.
It does, and we are enjoying it as a result. The underdogs are coming up, they are challenging the big boys,
Absolutely.
They are getting results.
I love it.
And I think we might see a lot more of that going forward.
I like this.
Okay, so another of the tournament's, let's say, favorites, because they have a few big names, Belgium, they came up against Iran.
Yes.
And they did not score a goal. It ended up with a 0-0 draw against Iran. Big result for Iran, because Belgium are usually considered
Very
tournament
clinical.
favorites because they have some of the world's best players in their ranks. But again, this tournament isn't going well. They drew earlier against Egypt. Yes, and they've drawn against Iran as well. So not the best of tournaments.
Belgium must be the nation that has one of its players saying he's going to go off the team to
yes, I was going to
take care of. Okay, tell me about that.
Yes, Jeremy Doku.
Another
one.
Charlie, come back and let's eat
we
our
have so many Ghanaians around the world. It's very easy. Well, he said that he will miss this game and probably the next one to go and see the birth of his first child.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
which
nice.
is due to happen in July.
Ooh.
And obviously it sets a cut amongst very scared pigeons.
I know.
Because the Belgians were not happy at all. A lot of people all over the world were not happy, saying that how do you give up playing at the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup? You might not get that opportunity again to go and see the birth of a child.
People
When you might
bashing
have
men on Father's Day. If someone takes a decision to be a father, then they are still bad. I saw that one journalist or commentator has been suspended for some
she has been
critical
suspended.
comments
She was a commentator on L'Equipe, which is one of France's most popular sports platforms.
Right.
Yes, so she's been suspended. The platform has apologized for the comments she made, that it doesn't represent who they are as a company. So that's what is going on there. Now, also in the weekend, we saw something very interesting. The first time a player was sent off for covering his mouth while talking to an opponent. In a heated, IFAB or FIFA have come up with new rules to speed up the game, stop a lot of other things. This particular rule was to stop players possibly engaging in racist, discriminatory comments when they are unable to read their lips. Able to read their lips in when the VAR intervenes. This player, Miguel Almiron, he plays for Paraguay. Yes, and they were playing Turkey. So during that match, in an altercation with one of the players, he covered his mouth and he was talking to an opponent. And then when the VAR reviewed it, the referee saw him, gave him a red card. Almost put his team...
Not even yellow, red, straight.
Red straight. That's the rule now. Yes, you remember in the Champions League recently, Vinicius Jr. was engaged in a similar altercation with a Benfica player who covered his mouth. No one could read what he said. Vinicius alleged racist comments. Eventually, the player was suspended for 2 games and handed a fine.
I like this.
But FIFA puts this rule in place to ensure that everybody it doesn't continue. Nobody escapes.
This World Cup is recording a lot of red cards, more than our traffic lights work in Accra.
The red car should come and replace the red lights and the traffic, because we are seeing enough to cover all the faulty traffic lights in the country.
Wow.
Yes.
That's another record, isn't it?
Yes, it's a record because a lot of new rules have come into place. Teams aren't familiar with it. The players themselves aren't familiar with it, so they keep doing exactly what they want to do. One good thing our GFA has done is that they put our players together and taught them the new rules before the matches start.
We've done capacity building.
We've done capacity building, which is a very good thing, because it seems a lot a lot of other countries haven't
good
done
use
that.
of capacity building.
Exactly. Long shall it continue.
You know, the budget will increase for that. So if you have done some, it's okay.
It's okay. Well, let's move on to a few teams that have already made it through to the next round. The hosts, the co-hosts.
Okay, which of them? Mexico, Canada,
actually,
US?
USA and Mexico have made it through to the next round of the World Cup. They have 6 points already.
Exciting.
Canada have been
Not too much.
They have 4 points, but they can qualify in
They
the
have
next.
chances of course.
Yes, they can qualify in the next round of games. Germany have made it through to the next round
No,
of
these guys,
the competition.
man.
They've been really superb.
The German execution.
And let me just talk about tomorrow.
Okay,
Because tomorrow the Black Stars of Ghana have the opportunity to also
We've started
qualify.
fasting, yes.
To also
We've started
qualify to the next round if they beat England in the next round. I mean, even a draw could help their chances of making it to the next round, but a win guarantees a place in the round of 32.
Let me appeal to the Black Stars. Consider all the toil and torture people go through just watching you. Look at some of the news stories we've heard in the past. Please go and put in your best and win this game for us.
Put in your best from the start, so that we don't feel any
with our mental
tension.
health.
We don't feel any tension as the game goes on, and then when the tension is released, unfortunate things happen.
Charlie,
So
sad, really.
yes, all the best to them.
Charlie, Edwin Kwakoff, it's always great to talk to
Thank
you.
Caleb.
Yeah, man.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let go, we improve your life. Let go, we improve your life.
Since inception, almost 100% of Ashesi University students have found jobs, started businesses, or gone on to graduate school within 6 months of graduation. From Accra to Nairobi, London to New York, Ashesi graduates are noticed and are leading successful careers. If you dream of a rewarding life and career, an Ashesi education prepares you just for that. Learn more about applying to Ashesi at ashesi.edu.gh. Remember, admission is ongoing.
It's Betway's 10-year birthday celebration! And we've decided it's your 10. To all who stuck with us for every epic sports moment and sparkling casino win, it's your 10. We're giving you the chance to win a share of 3 million cedis worth of prizes. Place a bet every day until the 20th of June. Get your scratch card and see if you've unlocked a gift. Here's to the next decade. It's your 10. Only at Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interest will be. You can provide your growing babies with yummy goodness. Yumvita is a delicious cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, other ones love it too. Yumvita is filled with yummy goodness for growing babies and is available in other yummy variants. Yumvita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
This football season, for only 100 Ghana cedis per, your mom with 4 pieces of chicken, 2 crispy tenders, large chips. Time of giving in starting. Grab yours today and enjoy the taste of football season with KFC, proud official meal partner of Ghana football. KFC Ghana is finger licking good.
This football season, Star Oil and Point Africa, they give you double. Every Monday and Tuesday, fuel up at Star Oil and get 2 times your bonus points. That's right, double points when you buy quality and affordable fuel from Star Oil. Now, fuel the game for Point Ibeji. From 1st June to 19th July, collect and redeem points in the Point Africa app for amazing rewards, including fuel vouchers, flat screen TVs, PlayStation, Bluetooth speakers, blenders, and food deals. First come, first serve. Tell it, don't just pay. Get points. Use Point. Download the Point Africa app today. Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuel for all. Terms and conditions apply.
Imagine a life where every moment brings you closer to the life you've always wanted. A life where you can give yourself more time to celebrate, more memories with loved ones, more freedom to explore, and more family time. Simply put, a life where you can give yourself more. With G-Money, setting and tracking your financial goals is easier than ever, helping you stay in control of your finances while living on your terms. Make instant payments to keep celebration seamless, top up airtime in a tap, stay connected on every journey, receive remittances straight into your wallet, and effortlessly manage finances to keep time with loved ones and important things sacred. Life doesn't have to be complicated. Give yourself more control, more freedom, more life with G-Money. Dial *488# or download the app and explore the new G-Money today. G-Money, give yourself more.
Remember shit that your mama made. For home church, all of it, watch it. Back to school with Kenke. It's here, come chop today. Didi shit to home and taste. 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 Onion, ginger, garlic blend. Flavor yeah there. Pepper, shrimp, and fish inside. If you're DNA, no preservative, just herbs and spice. Natural we taste, spicy we eat. Didi shit to home and taste. Corner, chewy taste. Matter what's your choice to make. Spicy taste like mama made. Didi shit to home and taste. Didi shit to home and taste. Didi shit to home and taste. Didi shit to home and taste.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi 97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi 973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi 973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. Many people think retirement planning is only for wealthy people. It's not. Retirement planning is for anyone who wants future stability. Small, consistent contributions over time can make a real difference. The free pension health check helps you evaluate the health of your pension. So book a session by visiting our website today at www.petraonline.com. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hey, my screen. Charlie, I just bought this thing. Relax. We get Samsung Care Plus. Or, what's that? Charlie, Samsung Care Plus covers accidental screen damage like yours. One small repair fee and your phone is sorted. Hey, for real? Even my Galaxy S25. S25, A series, Z Flip, Z Fold, all covered. But you have to register within 30 days of buying. Did you? I bought it like last week. Go register now. Make you no waste time.
Samsung Care Plus. Protect your Samsung Galaxy phone today. Register within 30 days of purchase. Visit samsung.com/Africa or your nearest Samsung dealer. Terms and conditions apply.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Citi 97.3. Kakra.
Oh le 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 le. Oh le 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 le. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Listen, you do the do you for pay, you born, you for hustle, you born, you for look, you born, you for pay. Confessing love, no hard. Choosing a wife, no hard. Choosing a husband, no hard. Lying down to perform, no hard. The real wahala deal, the real palava deal, the real mangana deal. The truth is be how you look after your own. Stand up.
Oh Lord. This song, you need to listen to the words carefully. But let me wish a few people a happy birthday before I come back to this song. A happy birthday to Rama Adeako of Stanbic Bank, Ghana. You'll always be our number one. God richly bless you. From your husband Paul David and your boys Drew David and Jesse David. So that's to Rama Adeako. Happy birthday to you from your husband Paul David and your boys. A big happy birthday coming into Princess in Kansa Boedu. This is coming in from your husband Nia Patu Planch and your two boys. She is the curator of Jujore. Jujore fashion shop at East Legon.
Jujore.
Your husband say, Charlie, you do all.
No.
I should celebrate you today.
Yeah.
You are too powerful.
Yeah, Mrs. Apatu Planch.
I tell you.
No, mention the name again.
No, we are calling her Princess in Kansa Boedu.
We are limiting it there.
Yeah, but Apatu, these days, Charlie. Yeah. So happy birthday to you from your husband and your two handsome boys. Another one coming into Nelson Koshi Joseto Dasegla, founder and chief solutions architect of Koba. Nelson Koshi Joseto Dasegla.
No. It means a believer.
This is coming from Monko. A few more requests coming through this morning. Happy birthday to an amazing brother, Emmanuel Setre, CEO of Virtual Infosec. From your brothers, Frank Setre and Benny Osafo Setre. So that's to Emmanuel Setre, CEO. Happy birthday to Charles Kwating, MD of Spec Up Limited. Former Chief Commercial Officer of Accra Hatsofok. An avid listener of the Citi Breakfast Show. You turn 52 today. God bless you so much. You want a Radimu by PSC Esther, but today we are playing Father's Day song. Happy birthday to Cecil Fifi Pobi. You are 19 years old today. From your brother Dominic Yo Pobi Jr. and your mother Sabina and your father Dominic Pobi. So Cecil Fifi Pobi, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to the Volta Regional Chairman of NDC, Mauto Agbavito. Coming in from Egypt, Kudoto. Mauto Agbavito. Charlie, proper day.
Mr. Agbavito. No, in the whole small bowl all the time.
Agbavito. No, it's a beautiful name. Mauto Agbavito.
Yeah, big one.
Charlie. Beautiful name. Happy birthday to, I think there's another one that came in. I think I read it already. Yes, our amazing brother Emmanuel Setre Asiedu, the CEO of Virtual Info. This is from Watoto. Watoto. Yeah. So this song you are playing, what is this song about?
Well, I think it's it's basically calling for a greater responsibility amongst fathers and also in appropriate cases mothers.
Yeah.
That when you do what you did, then there's a requirement
that you should look after your children.
Yeah, that's right. So we should not leave kids to be struggling, become burden on society, and that you have to do what you have to do as a mother, as a father.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just have children.
So we're celebrating fathers, but also calling for responsible, present fatherhood. Because I think one of the worst things you can do is to ignore your children. It's a very terrible thing to do. To have a child and then not even care whether they are alive or dead. It's not a good thing. And society must find a way to compel people who procreate to be responsible.
Exactly.
We must train people to be responsible. You cannot have kids and just leave them.
Charlie.
It's a very bad thing. It's a
Terrible
very bad thing to do. So we commend all our fathers on Father's Day. A few more coming. Happy birthday to Solomon Botre Mensah of Accra Rich Church. This is from the Secretariat of Accra Rich Church. We wish you unlimited joy and God's blessing. This is Solomon. 40 looks good. on you. For Solomon, 40 looks handsome on you. And then this is, may this new year of your life bring you more peace than worries, more laughter than tears. May the Almighty bless your health, your work, and every dream. This is to Naomi from Boss Lady. Okay, try and add surnames to these requests so that we properly allocate them, because there may be more than one Naomi celebrating a birthday today. So, a special Father's Day wish to my father-in-law Alhaji Mahdi and my dearest Zadi Kamal Dean Madi. You make fatherhood beautiful, and I appreciate you. So that's coming in from Fatima to her father-in-law Alhaji Mahdi and the husband Kamal Dean, who's the president of the 2000-year group of Akores. He led the team to build a fantastic project. You know, Kamal did a really great job with the 2000-year group of Motown. I know that Sky wants to talk about secondary schools and the flamboyance some parents are exhibiting after their kids graduate from WASI. I'll give you a few minutes to talk about that.
Beautiful.
But I wanted to welcome my colleague Kakra to the show. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. How are you and how's everybody?
We are well. And also Caleb, welcome again. Thank you for holding the fort all the time.
Can I just make a quick comment on President Mahama's photo?
We'll come there. I will come there. I want to do the quick thing to ensure that we get salaries paid this month.
Very necessary.
Yeah. In a world moving towards sustainability, SuperSem Cement is leading the way with LC3 technology, an eco-friendly innovation, making us Ghana's best choice. Choose SuperSem Superfast 32.5 hour for plastering, for mortar, for screeding, and for block laying. Do you know what screeding is? Yeah, Sky is screeding. When the roof is leaking, we do screeding. We need screeding somewhere. Use our heavy-duty SuperSem Power 42.5 hour for durable foundations, coastal works, and high-rise structural works. SuperSem Cement dries fast, is waterproof, and prevents moisture damage and powdery walls. Call us on 055 306 0517. SuperSem, build your dreams. Give your business the competitive edge it deserves at Dawa Industrial Zone, a world-class industrial park spread across over 2,000 acres of prime industrial land, with modern infrastructure strategically connected and a thriving ecosystem of manufacturers, heavy industries, automotive industries, textile production, etc. Dawa Industrial Zone is the ideal destination for growth and expansion. Position your business for success in one of West Africa's fastest-growing industrial hubs. You can call us on 055 204 0000 or 05. Let me just repeat the number: 055 204 000. Dawa Industrial Zone, where industry thrives. So when Sky is inspired, he produces songs. Translight Solar is here to give you consistent, reliable power every single day. No interruption, no surprises. Our smart solar solutions are designed to keep your lights on, your appliances running, and your operations moving while helping you cut down electricity costs. We are offering exclusive installation discounts starting at 34,000 cedis only with flexible payment options. Call 025 6040 838 or go to translightsolar.com. Translight Solar, reliable power, total peace of mind. And planning for the future begins with the decisions you make today. Save and invest early with EDC to build wealth and retire comfortably. One clear sign of financial growth is when your money starts working for you through steady returns and long-term wealth creation. With EDC, you get professional fund management, flexible investment options, potential for higher returns, and financial security for retirement and future goals. Call 0302 610 400 or WhatsApp 0509 268 414.
Now, there are loads of fraudsters in the system. They may sound very professional, confident, and convincing, but never fall for it when they call that you should confirm your account details so they help you resolve a supposed problem or secure your account. Zenith Bank says stay alert, shine your eyes anytime you hear or receive such calls. Remember, the Zenith Bank will never ask for your PIN, your password, or OTP over the telephone, email, or via any channel. If a caller asks for this information, information, do not share it. End the call immediately and contact Zenith Direct on 054 2000 111. Shine your eye, spot the fraud, and stop the fraud. This is a message from Zenith Bank in partnership with the Ghana Association of Banks. And everyone is a winner in the Ungalicious Abingwaha promo. There's over 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes to be won. So just look out for the special Onga promo packs. Submit 20 each of the shrimp and the Onga powder promo sachets to a redemption center. You will receive a scratch card. Scratch it and then send that unique code to *713*27#. You will win instantly. Cash prizes are up to 200,000 Ghana cedis. There are deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, and more. Promo runs till the 15th of July. Terms and conditions apply.
All right. I just wanted to highlight a couple of things. This weekend was very rainy, and we had 2 incidents of concern in the central region. In Cape Coast, a mudslide led to the death of a toddler, collapsed, and 3 women got injured. And then a building also collapsed, occasioned by the rain in the central region. 2 people died. 112, 140. Then in Summerboy in the western region, a whole community got flooded because of the rain. Then there was a fire at the Albert Boson Trisam Harbour in Takrady. We are told it was also occasioned by the rain. So apparently the rain weakened one high tension pole, which fell close to a place with fuel and led to some fire. Then in Abuabo in Ashanti, there was also a fire. So my intention is to give some overview or quick updates on those. I just want to finish up with 2 quick requests coming in again. Happy Father's Day to my dad, Mr. Michael Asante of Agege Church of Christ, and to my father-in-law, Jonathan Dabra, a retired customs officer. This is from your son, Seth Asante of Dansoman Church of Christ. And then another one coming in, my dad, David Akwesi Amofa, Deputy Manager for Business Development and President of the Chelsea Supporters Club of Ghana. He's 51 years old, and there's a long message from Davida Nana Ajwa Amofa, UG Business School, your daughter. And she's blessing you plenty. I mean, so David Akwesi Amofa, you are a fantastic man. And your daughter says you are more than special. May your 51st be filled with good health, happiness, and success, and countless blessings for all that you do, both seen and unseen.
Beautiful.
The Lord bless you. Now let me just read one last one here. This is more like a complaint, but I'll just read it nonetheless. Good morning, Bernard and Citi. I'd like to bring to your attention 2 critical issues. Deplorable state of Accra to Takrady Highway, especially Bujumbura to Winneba stretch, is now punishment to travel between these 2 major cities. A journey that could take 3.5 hours now takes 6+ hours. Yesterday it took me 7 hours 20 minutes to move from Takrady to Accra. Unbelievable, unacceptable. What are the authorities doing? Well, they are eyeing a railway.
Really?
Yeah, but basically the road is the road complaint. Then the second one says renewal of driver's license. Interestingly, it's also related to the issue of our deplorable roads. My wife has been trying to renew her license since November 2023. She has had a temporary license extended a whopping 5 times, almost 3 years now. They keep saying it's not been printed for almost 3 years. Wow, extensions attached. What is happening to our government agencies and authorities? Please, we need answers. Use your powerful medium to get answers and rapid results for concerned citizens. Kojo Clement, an Aden City CBS listener. The road complaint is not new. We're just reminding ourselves of it. The DVLA driver license issue, we need to further investigate. So Caleb will take note of that. And then I like to just do another one from my friend who lives in community 25, the lady who said there was no police station or something in their area or something. Born to Tema Road, traffic after Bombaria towards Tema. We will be in this traffic for over 40 minutes, all because of potholes near the TT Brothers traffic light. Bernard, 40+ minutes. This is unacceptable. And then a few more. Good morning, team. I know a number of messages have been sent to you concerning the heavy traffic on the Kaswa to Malam stretch, which I believe was caused by the rains that visited in the last couple of days. I've identified 2 key places on the road to help ease movement apart from Atala, which requires major drainage work. So now these are social service announcements. To Bad Junction, heavy sands have washed onto the road close to where the bus stop is. So drivers are forced to slow down and use the inner lane. The drip equipment sitting at Ghana South can easily help this in an hour. Malam Junction, about a month ago, the potholes around the bus stop and Kitech were fixed, but the rains have made a mess of it, which have become worse than it used to be. The ripple effect is what we see in the traffic spanning all the way from Atala to Malam. We would appreciate if the appropriate authorities can look at the section and help ease traffic, as the situation is very bad. I left the house at 4:45 this morning, and I got to office at 7. Sky, I think it's not healthy for people to leave their home at 4:45 a.m. regularly, unless you sleep at 7 p.m.
No, even that is impossible for many people, because the time you get back home is also a problem. You know, you leave office from here, you're going to Amasaman or you're going to, say, Kutunse. The nature of the road, the traffic situation on that road, it takes you, in some cases, 1.5 hours or 2 hours. And then imagine you're leaving here at, say, 8 p.m. By the time you get home, it's 10 or 11.
All right. Let me do a quick interview with Akwesiado. I'll come back to the message, the two issues you guys want to talk about. But let me do... Akwesiado is a Central Regional correspondent. Akwesi, you seem to have a lot of stories this morning. Cape Coast building collapse leaves 2 dead. Toddler killed as rain triggered mudslide buries homes in Cape Coast. Is it the same rain? Is it the same area? Akwesi, good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. So it's the same rain. It's the same area. So this building collapse incident occurred yesterday, and according to the Ghana National Fire Service, their preliminary investigations have established that the building collapsed because it became very weak following heavy rains in the capital city of the central region, which is Cape Coast. And so we have a 12-year-old and then a 40-year-old who died as a result of that building collapse in Cape Coast yesterday. So it's something that's back to what used to be happening last year around the same period. Remember, we had a number of buildings collapsing in Cape Coast last year, also leading to some deaths and then injuries. And then this year also, we're recording similar episodes.
So we are officially reporting 3 deaths, right? The building collapse left 2 adults, and then the trigger, the toddler. So is it like a mudslide, right? Is it like the whole mountain, or just a little hill? And how many houses were affected by the mudslide?
So this is not true.
Akwesi, we're having a difficulty with your line. Can we call you back to reconnect? We'll call you back to reconnect. So Akwesi is giving us an update. And Sky, this is Cape Coast, though, guys. This is not some faraway place. And when you see the photos, it's quite scary.
Very scary, and those are not the only pictures that we have had to deal with over the weekend. In fact, the university itself, parts of the university got flooded, and it was really, 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 really bad.
Wow!
If you saw the pictures, you would ask yourself, "Oh, this is happening." Yeah, exactly, no, it was really bad.
That's true.
So it means that something is not right, because we are not recording so much in terms of the volume of rain. Yes, but then what exactly is the reason why a place like Cape Coast, which many were saying online, I didn't live there. I went there a number of times to do cases and all of that, but the point is that it would seem that something is wrong, and that the people who are there are complaining about what exactly the situation is.
I need to ask him which specific part of Cape Coast this is. I'll go to the Western region later on, because
Summer Boy.
I mean, the photo I saw was very serious. I think I saw over 40 houses. And they were all submerged. And they're saying this is the first time this has happened. They're linking this to Galamsey.
The regional minister was talking about Galamsey and how it.
Then at the harbor, all right, the Bosontusam harbor, fishing harbor, you had a fire occasioned by the rain. This is very serious. So you had a high tension pole collapse onto a place with fuel. It's very, very scary. You know, it looks like the rain is causing. By the way, have we had a longer day of rain than yesterday? Because yesterday, I think it's starting around 3 a.m.
That one we have to call on your professor, who helps us all the time.
Professor God, if you are listening, please tell me. You check your records, because you told me that the maximum volume of rain we had in the past 20 years was in 2006, which was 10 times the rain we had last 2 weeks Wednesday. So he didn't expect the 2 weeks ago rain to cause the level of havoc it did. This one was just slow, annoying rain that will never end.
And that's why our people say Kudah be Jowa pledges.
Help us.
Like, so it's explained. So the Kudah, the rain is coming like small, but it's deadlier than the.
You know, yesterday I was revising geography with one of my people in the house. I remembered the 3 types of rain. Do you know the 3 types of rain?
There's orographic rainfall.
Or relief.
There's cyclonic rainfall. And then there's the one that is
convectional.
Yes, convectional.
Yes. Cyclonic is when the two winds meet.
Exactly.
Frontal.
Exactly.
Akwesi, are you still there?
I'm still there.
Good. So which part of Cape Coast is this?
So this is Country.
What?
This is Country, and then the mudslide incident happened last Friday. We recorded about 3 injuries, but unfortunately, the toddler was pronounced dead after he was rushed to the hospital. And let me mention that Friday really became a very tough moment for residents in and around Cape Coast, because we had several communities within the area getting flooded. So apart from Abra and then the UCC area and several other communities in Cape Coast proper, we also had areas like Yamoransa, the Ankafo Prison Camp area, and then Mori Junction also getting heavily flooded last Friday. And apart from this mudslide incident which resulted in the death of this toddler, we had travelers spending close to 5 hours journey just in between Mori Junction and then Cape Coast. And from Mori Junction, what we're learning is that the flooding there has been attributed to someone deciding to build a church in the waterway.
Does the road construction, the Cape Coast to Winneba Road, have anything to do with these floods at all?
No, not at all, because the construction is yet to get to that area. The construction is taking place from Kasua to Winneba. That is for the start of the project. And when the second lot stretches from Winneba Junction to Mankesim, the contractor has now gotten to somewhere around Antiadia. And so the flooding situation in Yamoransa and Cape Coast cannot be attributed to the construction activities. However, we are now experiencing flooding situation around the Brewer area anytime it rains. And this has been attributed to illegal and winning activities in the area. So the NEDMO has cautioned that it would not take it lightly if anybody is found conducting similar activities along the stretch in the days ahead.
All right, before you go, a listener sent a message complaining that the Accra to Takoradi Highway, particularly the Budumburam Winneba stretch, is really, really bad. That it took him 7 hours, 20 minutes to move from Takoradi to Accra. How challenging is the Budumburam Winneba stretch, and what is the progress of the road so far?
The Budumburam stretch has become extremely terrible. And in fact, motorists are really struggling because you would get to a section of the road, and after exiting, particularly around the Budumburam underpass area, after exiting the underpass, you may not be having your vehicular parts intact. And this is as a result of the contractor's failure to, as it were, try to improve on the surface of the road as in leveling it. We are not having potholes. These are manholes filled with water. And if you step in it, it is likely that it will get to your knee level. So there's always traffic congestion around the Budumburam proper. So that is the former refugees camp area. And then when you get to Megaputu, you will go to meet another traffic congestion. It is similar with Awutu Breku and then Gomuakosi. So previously, a journey from Kasua to Winneba used to take you at least 35-40 minutes. but now it can take you about 2.5 hours. If that is if the traffic is even moving at some sort of a slower pace. If it is not moving at all, journey from Kakra to Winneba sometimes can take you over 3 hours. So you can imagine journey from Accra to Kakra. It means you're going to spend over 8-9 hours. In fact, last week I was in Elmina, and it took me about 6 hours to journey not from Elmina proper, but from Cape Coast to Kakra. 6 solid hours.
6 hours.
And this even when police officers were present on the road and trying to direct traffic. So you can imagine how the situation is when you don't have police officers.
Do you know what percentage of the Kaswa-Winneba Road has been done? What's the contractor telling you about the pace of work, or what can you see about the pace of work?
So the last time President Mohammed and the Roads and Highways Minister came for inspection, it was announced that work progress was around 70-75%. But the contractor himself has not spoken about where he's gotten to. But I must also say that, in fact, with the pace at which the construction work is being done, it's going to take quite a longer period for the significant progress to be made. And even though the work is not progressing steadily as expected, the contractor is also not allowing road users to use the main concourse of the highway, where sections of it have been graded, have been tarred actually. So if motorists try to use those stretches, what the contractor does is that he will come and mount road blocks, and in some instances he will come to block the road with heavy equipment like payloaders and excavators. So motorists are not able to use unless they use the sections that are uneven, and this is causing heavy trucks to overturn. There are a number of occasions when we've had long trucks overturning onto smaller vehicles, leading to injuries and then sometimes death. So in a week, you can have about 3 or 4 long vehicles overturning along on the Kaswa-Winneba stretch, and nothing is being done about it. People keep complaining. The contractor is not doing about it. So from last 2 weeks coming, there's been massive outrage on social media. But it looks as if it is yet to come to the attention of relevant authorities, who would ensure that the contractor does what is best to ensure commuter comfortability on the road.
I'll come back to you later on the Kaswa to Atala and Malam area issues. But thank you, Akwesi Ado, for your report. That was Central Regional Correspondent. 5 minutes past 8, Citi Breakfast Show. We call this a bits and bobs, different things happening at the same time, talking about flooding in the central region, 3 lives lost, the road from Accra to Takoradi, lots of patches with flooding and stuff like this. Time for tech and social media trends. Edwin Kwakufi is here with the segment. Good morning, Edwin.
Good morning, Bernard. It's brought to us by Telecel. Yes, so we start off with some unfortunate incidents that happened over the weekend. First of all, the Cristo Asafo Church succession, which led to the alleged shooting of the former MP for Domi Kwamenya, former Minister in State for Procurement, former a lot of gender minister as well. Yes, so we saw videos of her in a terrible state in the hospital, sitting in a wheelchair. Other videos showed her being conveyed to the hospital in an ambulance. And we've seen pictures of vehicles suspected to be hers, which were filled with bullet holes. Showing that it had been shot repeatedly. And other videos showing people with weapons drawn, pointing into a building. All of this because of the succession of the former, the late leader of the church, Apostle Kojo Safo. And eventually we saw Nana Akofina being installed as the successor to the late Apostle Kojo Safo, and that's resulted in a whole lot of chaos at the event. Yes, so
one of the lawyers for the group, Nana Kofi Kantanka, has alleged that the first shot was fired by Ajwa Safo, and she hasn't been spoken to because she, of course, is injured. And you see a lot of bullet holes in the car. The police have arrested 6 people. It's a very serious development, and we urge the security to take cognizance of it.
Yes, we do. Let's move on to another issue. And this happened last week, but we didn't have the opportunity to discuss it. And I feel the conversation needs to be had. The demise of the young lawyer, Sarah Tete, who was watching the Black Stars match. Her passing was very unfortunate. Reports suggest that she suffered a heart attack or cardiac arrest, and she was taken to the KNUST hospital, where she was giving CPR for about 40 minutes, but unfortunately she was pronounced dead at the hospital. Very unfortunate incident. But one conversation that's been happening in the days since is whether we prioritize first aid and emergency care, whether we teach it enough in our various schools, whether the ordinary person knows what to do in case somebody is choking, in case somebody has fainted, in case somebody is suffering a situation. That's the conversation people are having online, because this it appeared none of that was given at the scene, and that she was conveyed to the hospital. Who knows, maybe those few minutes, if she had been given some care, some aid, could have saved her life. So that's a conversation people are having online. Let's move on to an issue that came up over the weekend. The Ministry of Education, yes, ordering the suspension of graduation ceremonies, because over the weekend we saw, and probably in the days prior, we saw a number of videos of parents or loved ones of SHS graduates presenting brand new cars, money bouquets. There was even an allegation that somebody landed a helicopter to pick up their kid, and for
writing wasi.
Not that one was false.
That one, yes.
The passing, we don't know yet.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
So that one was debunked by the presidency. But
why do parents do these things?
Yeah. Sometimes it's not just parents doing it.
But my worry, society is becoming permissive of a lot of things. You know, the things that look, we all wrote wasi. Would your parent come and dash you a car for writing wasi?
Why should that even be?
No, but the celebrations are not necessarily new. It's just that social media takes it to a new level where people are now.
I mean, throughout
presenting
my vehicle on campus.
No, that's why I'm saying that the celebrations are not necessarily new. They've just taken a different dimension. In the past, some people would have received such gifts, but they would not.
Really?
The parents wouldn't have brought those to the school.
No.
You can't. I don't think you get the point that I'm making. I'm saying that some parents, within their means, in the past were given gifts.
Yeah, you give your gifts in the house.
The only difference is that they did not bring these gifts to the schools.
You give your gifts in the house.
I actually think, even beyond the social media, I think there's a certain culture of wanting to be seen.
Yes.
Because I don't think in our time, certainly in your time, parents will give a child a car for writing what?
For what?
No, for completion of their secondary school.
For completion when you don't even know the outcome?
Is it the car that is the problem, or the celebration?
Yeah, but my point is
the
that
public celebration.
When we finish Wasifa.
Look at that.
In my example,
on TV right now.
Yeah.
A flower bouquet made up of money or whatever.
When the results came and we blew that, they did a special jollof for us.
Yeah, or they'll give you egg.
But that was for fasting. But my challenge is that people have written the exam.
We don't even know how they're going to perform.
And the other thing is that parents should, see, for me, if a society permits such things and starts what message are we sending to the young people? You get me? I'm not saying don't celebrate success.
Yeah, by all means.
But like to write an exam, okay, let's wait for the outcome.
Yeah.
Because you may go and write it again.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the point? I'm saying that this is not entirely new. Perhaps this is a heightened version of what has already been existing. In some schools, we've seen some of these lavish celebrations, even on birthdays, on other events. So this presents an opportunity for the Education Ministry at the Ghana Education Service to perhaps rein it in. Yes.
They've issued a statement, actually.
I've seen their statement. My question really is how they are going to determine what amounts a lavish celebration.
They should ban it completely. There's so much irresponsibility. People assume that they're in competition with some people, and what that does is that someone who doesn't have gets to become not herself, not himself, because he sees the friend's father came to campus in a Mercedes Benz in that dashed it to the person, and then okay. And in this day and age, people see themselves on social media. They see themselves through the lenses of other kids. The kid who you are seeing on social media doesn't show you her bad days. You understand? The person who drove the car to campus, you don't know their circumstances at home. And all of these things are happening, and authorities have to deal with it.
Yes,
we should not encourage it in any shape or form.
Sky, additionally, I think it defeats a certain principle that has existed in our secondary schools for the longest time. The idea of everybody wearing the school uniform, having a uniform haircut, using a chobox and a trunk, was to ensure a certain uniformity and ensure that the focus, the priority was the purpose for which everybody was there. But there have been cracks. There have been cracks over the years, and this is perhaps the heightened version. I think that it brings an opportunity for these things to be reined in. Right. Yeah,
and it's the same thing you see with these so-called proms that the private schools have been encouraging, and it's finding itself into the public schools now. Prom. So-called
16-year-olds.
I don't get it. I mean, these are things that
these are Western. These are Western celebrations in their senior high schools that have been imported.
The school my children go, they don't do it.
They don't do prom.
They vote at PTA. I'll certainly vote against it.
Bernard, you see, the truth is that at these events, many terrible things happen.
Yeah.
Kids are suffering sexual abuse, sexual exploitation, sextortion. All of these things are happening, but many of the schools get to hide them. And many of the so-called privileged parents don't want it out there. So you as a lawyer, you're having to deal with these matters. People have been forced to send their kids out of the country because of these things. And somehow we feel that, we see it in the movies, and so we should also repeat it in a way.
It's a sign of the times.
It is wrong. Let's stop it.
We are watching things. That's why somebody said we should even ban social media for
completely.
Under 17. So Edwin,
Well, yesterday was Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to you and to Richard Dela and everyone who deserves to be celebrated. But then the first gentleman of the land, President Mahama.
He went to say something.
They say everyone who deserves to be celebrated. Which one?
Mahama went to shake some table.
Yes. He posted a couple of pictures. First of the bouquets he received on Father's Day.
They were like 3.5.
they were kind of
like 4.
The bouquets, Lodina Mahama, the first lady, they filled the room, the whole room.
No space.
Somewhere even another room.
Mama said, what do Mama think?
Fathers.
Their fathers, they don't like flowers, all that is arranged.
I mean, a happy Father's Day to President Mahama and all the fathers, Bernard, Sky, and what did you say? All the men who deserve to be fathers. But I mean, when I heard this message from President Mahama, I just burst into laughter. President Mahama, this fight you will never win. The fact of carrying and birthing creates a certain connection. All of you guys will complain, but the things you, Bernard, will do for your mother, you are aware what you will do for your father. That's the reality. That is the reality of the matter. Why are the damn crowd more time?
Something called. The funny thing, I don't even want to win the fight because I tell people that we men don't want to be celebrated the way women are celebrated.
Exactly.
And I think it's a false equivalence because a man doesn't necessarily like the kind of attention you give a woman.
Precisely.
So it's a different form of celebration.
Precisely.
A lot of men will say, if you love me, do what I say.
That's all.
If you understand, if you want to make me proud, steady hand.
You're not interested in. Your mother should call you and tell you what to surprise them with.
We are not interested in flowers.
And yes, we are.
No, Muhammad was just looking for content for us. I don't even think he is worried
at all.
Because you see, for we the men, we are understated generally. We don't want this Charlie. No. You just do, do the thing now normal.
Normal.
We are not interested in, so we are fine. We are not competing. So enjoy it.
We don't like normal. The whole idea of childbirth is not normal.
No, you can
our celebration must not be normal.
Father's Day if you want.
Our celebration will not be normal.
Let's quickly to comment.
You can call it fathers and single mothers.
There is a whole storm online over what's his name? The Ghanaian boy, Doku. His decision to leave the Belgian, squad temporarily. Of course, the FA sanctioned it.
Yeah.
Because the wife was given birth, and he said he needed to do that.
Correct.
And then it created a storm
among a section of the Belgian press who have subsequently apologized.
Exactly. But then also, what it also meant was people were attacking online football fans. Some people say, why? What is your... And some French journalist is also under fire for suggesting that, why? He was going to be with the wife to do what? I mean, that's right. What was going to be his role in that,
he should go.
Yeah, so
I support him.
It's a very thorny area.
I support him. I think it's a sensible thing to do. The birth of your first child... He needs to support his partner. He should go. Football will end in whatever. His child is his greatest investment.
Absolutely.
So Jeremy Doku, he's from Ghana, so he has sense.
He's been correct.
He has sense, so I support him.
Yeah, let me end with some tech news. And we've seen the good use of AI in education. We talk a lot about it on EdTech Mondays. But Norway is imposing a ban on the use of generative AI tools by elementary school pupils, while restricting the use in the education of older children. Is to prevent the negative, what they say is the negative impact on learning. So there were declines in their education scores, which prompted a ban on the use of smartphones in school in 2024. So, and teachers were giving more power to impose discipline in their classes. Now they are imposing a ban on the use of AI by elementary school children and also older children to, as they say, ensure that the kids, what they read, what they write, what they add, and whatever they do in school, it sticks in their minds and they practice and do it themselves instead of relying completely on AI to do everything.
It's a good one. Norway, well done. That was Tech and Social Media Trends with Edwin Kwakofi.
Yo, Charlie, Telesurface broadband upgrade. You get up to 40% more data on the same old bundles. Best part, the bundles don't expire.
That's how we like it in the town.
Yeah, from on-cap speeds to fixed line calls and flexible data moves that allows you to move data up to 4 devices. Telecel offers an unmatched band for fixed broadband solutions for every need.
Telecel fixed broadband has got you.
For your home or business, experience the true broadband difference with up to 40% more data on Telecel fixed broadband at the same price. Move your non-expiry data to up to 4 devices. Get free fixed line calls and more tailored fixed broadband solutions for your home or business. Subscribe at www.telecel.com or download the Telecel Play app or visit a Telecel retail shop today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
These days, some mattresses are being made from all kinds of unsafe materials that are not fit for sleeping surfaces. These materials may be cheap, but they can be harmful to your health. If you haven't slept well, you cannot work and think well, and you are ultimately putting your health at risk, which can cause you a lifetime discomfort and chronic pain. As responsible citizens, we should invest in safe, durable, and certified mattresses. Latex Foam remains the tried and tested brand we all love for almost 60 years now. They offer you unmatched quality and durability for every Ghanaian home. Talk to them on 0302-231-155 in Accra and 03220-29365 in Kumasi for all your inquiries, or walk into any of their outlets nationwide for your preferred choices. Do not settle for less. Go for quality, but latex foam, or else you do yourself.
Latex Foam, your partner for life.
When the bills are mega.
When the plans are mega.
When the pressure is mega.
When the need is mega.
Then you need a mega answer. That answer is Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loan. Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loans promo is available to new and existing salaried workers, existing loan subscribers, including top-up customers and pensioners. Get support for personal needs, family priorities, school fees, home improvement, business support, and more. Enjoy big loans, low rates with a quick and straightforward process designed to help you move without delay. Visit any Societe Generale Ghana branch today or call 030-2214-314. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Your future starts here at Delexis University College, a place where knowledge meets innovation and dreams become reality. Guided by integrity, excellence, inclusivity, and innovation, we prepare students to thrive in a rapidly changing world. Explore our accredited programs: nursing and midwifery, accounting and IT, banking and finance, marketing, human resource management, ICT, computer science, cybersecurity, applied insurance risk, and data analytics. Admissions are open now. Visit our campus at Tema, Comte 25, Peasby Junction, or apply online at www.delexisuniversity.edu.gh. Call us on 055 1198 100 or 055 1126 448. Delexis University College. Be knowledgeable and innovative in science and technology.
Girl, did you see my last reel? People thought I used a camera crew.
Seriously? Which phone?
The Samsung Galaxy A17. It makes content I take cinematic with bright blur-free shots even at night.
Does it have AI? I'm tired of switching apps though.
That's the best part. Gemini, Circle to Search, Music Search, works across all your apps.
Wow! Why are you only now telling me this?
The Samsung Galaxy A17. Slim design, powerful AI, stunning camera. Built for the ones who live boldly. Get your Samsung Galaxy A07 or A17 under 3,000 Ghana cedis at any Samsung authorized dealer.
Hey, but my budget is 1,200.
Don't worry, we have the Samsung Galaxy A06 for you.
Buy any promo pack of Gino Tomato Mix, Gino Pepper and Onion, or Gino Jollof Tomato Mix. Cut open the sachet, find the code inside, text the code free of charge to *844*99#. There's over 2.5 million Ghana cedis in airtime to be won, plus amazing appliances and the grand rewards, a brand new car, and an all expenses paid trip to a dream destination. This advert is FDA approved. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to IO Help Center. How can we help?
I just signed up to IO and I'd like to know the claim processes.
If you or your insured family member is hospitalized, get your OPD card, an excuse duty or itemized bill, a discharge letter indicating admission and discharge dates from a certified hospital, and a valid ID card. And if an insured family member dies, then you'll need a death certificate, burial permit, or a signed letter from a chief or pastor, medical cause of death, and a valid ID card. When ready, dial *296#, select the product you're claiming for, and follow the prompt. You will receive a link via text to send your documents. For any assistance, visit the nearest MTN office or call 296. Know that claims are paid after verifications are done. T's and C's apply. Underwritten by Sanlam Alliance Life Insurance Ghana Limited. IO, because you care.
There comes a time in every young guy's life when something changes. The girls in your class, they're not as loud as you thought, and not as annoying either. Wow, their voices sound different now, almost nice, and somehow you actually enjoy spending time with them. You don't know when it happened, you don't know how, but suddenly you're always looking for an excuse to spend time with them. Luckily, some things make it easier.
Kweku, can I have some of your Munchie chocolate chips cookies?
Hey, you! Start the moments that matter with Munchie chocolate chip cookies and experience the unmistakable crunch of chocolatey joy.
Munchie! This advert is FDA approved.
Charlie! The World Cup is finally here, and KeyBet is giving you $10,000. That's right, $10,000. With the Bet Boss promo challenge, you stand a chance to win your share of the whooping $10,000 this World Cup season. All you have to do is stake your winning bet worth 10 Ghana cedis or more with a minimum of 3 selections and be part of the leaderboard. Log in on www.keybet.com.gh and start staking now. Your World Cup wins begin today. So predict the world and win the glory with the Bet Boss promo challenge. KeyBet. Now the game begins. Terms and conditions apply.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
8:28 on the Citi Breakfast Show. Do you know that the mattress you sleep on can affect your health, sleep, and productivity? Many cheap mattresses are made from low-quality materials that can lead to discomfort, poor sleep, and unnecessary replacement cost. Choose quality, choose comfort, choose durability. Choose latex foam. For 60 years, we've been Ghana's trusted mattress brand, providing certified quality and unmatched comfort for homes across the country. Visit our showrooms across the country or go to latexfoamghana.com. You may also reach us on phone 0302-231-155. Latex Foam, your partner for life. This July, Ghana will host global energy leaders and experts at the Ghana International Petroleum Conference GIPCON 2026 on the theme Building a Resilient Downstream Policy, Innovation and Investment for Ghana. President Mahama will be the guest of honor. Dr. John Abdullahi Jinapor is the Minister for Energy. Mr. Godwin Kujo Tamaklo, CEO of MPA, is in attendance together with Dr. Patikofori of Seaboard and Dr. Riverson Opong of the COMAC. It's between 16th and 17th July, 8 a.m. each day, Palms Convention Center, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. The event will be climaxed with the Downstream Awards and Gala Night, 18th July at 6 p.m. Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel. You know, life feels better when money isn't getting in the way. When it's easy to send money, pay bills, buy airtime, receive money from loved ones, and stay on top of everyday expense, there's more time for the things that truly matter. That's exactly what G-Money is designed for. Simple, convenient, and always within reach. G-Money helps you do more with less. Dial *488# or download the G-Money app today. G-Money, give yourself more. And at Penfield School, Oyarifa, we've been building confident, capable learners for 16 years. We are a co-ed day and boarding school running from creche through to high school. Our unique hybrid curriculum combines GESs, BC and WASI with Cambridge, Checkpoint, IGCSE and A-levels. Admissions for this academic year are open. Slots are limited. Call or WhatsApp Penfield on 027-233-5359. Penfield School, more than a school, a launch pad.
And the Lexis University is inviting students, workers, and the general public looking for world-class education, market-driven professional qualification, or those who want to top up from diploma for a bachelor's degree. This is the best place to help you realize your dreams. We run courses, BSc, nursing, midwifery, human resource management, applied insurance, risk and data analysis, a host of other courses that we run. Jump onto our website, delexisuniversity.edu.gh. Find out more. We are located at Tema Community 25, Peace B Junction, 0577-734-549. WhatsApp this number now. Admission is in progress. We are looking forward to welcoming you. And life has a funny way of showing up uninvited. 1 minute, everything is fine. No drama. Then the next minute, reality hits differently. Like hospital bills, emergencies, and expenses all showing up. That's why IO annual cover got you covered with just a yearly premium of 159 Ghana cedis 50 pesos or 264 or 396 Ghana cedis. for yourself and each family member, you get up to 16,125 Ghana cedis to support funeral expenses and up to 322 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos on daily hospital cash benefits per night. And yes, you can add even up to 6 family members from 1 to 69 years to your policy. So jump onto your mobile app, go to financial services, select insure, tap on IO and follow the prompt, or dial *928*101#, select annual cover and sign up in minutes. Follow us online, our socials at IO Ghana, IO, because you care. And every dream has a home. Welcome to Heritage Christian University, located in Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. At Heritage, you're assured of value-driven education that prepares you for the world of work. Our students are challenged to turn ideas into businesses that feed families and employ communities. So admission is in progress for a wide range of undergraduate and postgraduate programs. Call 0547 777 731 or find us on our website, hcu.edu.gh, for more information. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. Shine your eye when you receive urgent emails or messages about your bank account. Fraudsters create fake websites that look exactly like your bank's. They may send you a link asking you to verify your details or risk losing access to your account. Once you enter your information, they take control of your account. So before you click, check the link carefully. Some fake links may appear genuine at first glance, but slightly different, such as extra letters, missing letters, or numbers replacing words. Others may use long, confusing web addresses or shortened links that hide the real website. Never click such suspicious links. Instead, quickly visit your bank's official website for information or contact the bank directly using its official phone number. Shine your eye, spot the fraud, stop the fraud. This is brought to you by the Ghana Association of Banks.
All right, so we're still counting the cost of the rains. We're going to the Western region shortly. The regional minister has been speaking about the scale of flooding by the overflow of the river Samre, and this has led to flooding of a part of the region called Samre Boy. We'll be doing that shortly, but there's some news coming in from the UK. What's it?
Yeah, so yesterday news came in that the Prime Minister of the UK, Keir Starmer, was planning to resign. As we speak, he's addressing journalists in front of the number 10 Downing Street, and it'll be useful to hear exactly what he's saying. Yes. So we are making the connection shortly. But
he's going to resign.
Yeah, he's going to resign, but
so what's the big deal?
No.
I mean, since David Cameron left power, every 2.5 years they have a new prime minister. David Cameron left in 2016. Theresa May took over. She lasted 3 years. Boris Johnson took over. He lasted 3 years. Liz Truss lasted less than a year. Rishi Sunak lasted 2 years. Keir Starmer. I don't think this is news.
Bernard, I mean,
you knew he was going to go.
Yes.
In fact, you even predicted it.
Yeah,
so
but
let's just talk about flooding. Forget about Keir Starmer. He's going.
No, the issue
he hasn't been done 2 years. He's done well. Liz Truss did 2 months.
Yeah, that's right. Bernard, these are all fallout from the Brexit and then many other geopolitical developments across the world and how they impact, the UK. But as you already know, many things happening in the UK affect us in a way.
I know.
Yeah, so we cannot write off,
You see, the good thing about UK is that unlike some countries, if a leader resigns, every policy changes. There is some level of continuity in the UK. Their civil service is very strong. This will be the first Labour leader to be involved in this turmoil. A lot of the turmoil I described, Theresa May, Boris Johnson, Liz Truss, they are all conservatives. So we're thinking that with Keir Starmer coming, there'll be some stability. So I don't think it's news, but if you think it is, let's hear it. I thought I should talk about flooding somewhere, but Sky should listen to this. Thank you very much. Brought to you by Sky. Sorry. Sorry, we missed it. What did he say? He's going to embrace his partner.
Yeah, I think it was a tear statement. We need to bring it back so that listeners can hear.
He's gone. He's resigned.
Bernard.
So Alex, guy, you don't worry. The world has changed.
No, you see, the world may have changed, but the UK still has its place in global affairs. geopolitical affairs. And so when the Prime Minister of the UK, the King's Prime Minister is resigning, I think it has...
No, I'm not saying UK is not important. What I'm saying is that anybody who's followed British politics should not be surprised by this. That the country has been thrown into turmoil, I think, since David Cameron.
Yeah.
Theresa May, 3 years. Boris Johnson with his bicycle, 2.5 years. Liz Truss, 2 months. Rishi Sunak. It's just been, that's the nature of... But what I think we should learn is that even though they've had a lot of changes, you can't call that instability necessarily, because some policies still move. Yes, some things do change. All right. And we should learn from this. All right. So even though Keir Starmer is going, look, by tomorrow morning, next week, we'll know who's going to take over whenever.
Yeah, of course.
And the Bernard is likely to replace that.
And then they will probably wait for an election. Somebody will dare him to say, call an election, he'll call. If he wins, he solidifies himself. If he doesn't win, their arrangement works for them because of also the continuity of the king. All right. So I feel like the UK system, you can only practice it if you have the other structures they put in place.
The institutions.
They have the commons and the lords, right? And a strong respect for the rule of law. The king or the queen also plays a role.
Authority,
right? So that arrangement makes the turmoil of prime ministerial reshuffles not as serious. Last week in Africa, some African country,
it was
Equatorial Guinea.
Equatorial Guinea, the government resigned.
They sack everybody. Everybody went home. I feel like that system has its advantages, but I think for a developmental state like ours and countries that require a longer time, that instability will not help us. We need a longer time for a government to enforce its policies, and we even need to also have a better transition.
Well, that is even debatable on the subject matter of whether we do need a parliamentary system or something else, because accountability is exacted every day in the Commons. Prime Minister is before MPs answering questions as they develop. So they are not waiting for some minister to come and tell them subsequently about what the president may or may not have done. So it has its own, positive sides. Of course, people push back and say, well, we just experimented it for a short while, and then we came to the conclusion that it was unlikely to work. And then you speak to people close to the Rawlingses, and then you walk away thinking that, well, a lot of American influence came in to push us on the path towards the American system. So it is still very much up in the air. But again, the point you make about stability is very important, because stability guarantees a certain level of development. And because the UK has been doing this for such a long time, they have mastered it, although it has its own downsides.
We just need to build stronger institutions here, so that whatever happens with our transitions, we have continuity. Since you insist, let's hear the man who spoke moments ago.
Thank you. Thank you. Walking up this street 2 years ago was the proudest moment of my life. A new Labour government, the first in 14 years. A page in our country's history turned after years of disappointment and despair. The chance to change the lives of millions of people for the better. That's what I came into politics for. The journey to that point was not easy. 6 years ago, I inherited a Labour Party that was politically, financially, and morally bankrupt. I was told time and time again that my party was finished, that we were consigned to history, that a majority at the general election, let alone a landslide majority, was impossible. But we proved those people wrong, because we changed our party, ripping out the poison of anti-Semitism, restoring trust on the economy, defence and national security, and becoming a party that once again stood proudly with, not against, our national flag. The hard work of change was with a singular purpose, not power for power's sake, but to change Britain for the better, to build a fairer country with dignity and respect, where everyone is seen, everyone is valued, wealth and opportunity for all, not just the privileged few. And look at what we've achieved in just 2 years. An economy that is stronger, growing faster than our peers, wages rising faster than inflation in every single month since we came to power, investment secured, infrastructure being built, an end to austerity, with the fastest fall in NHS waiting lists for 17 years, the biggest improvement in rights for workers and renters in a generation, the biggest uplift in defence spending since the Cold War, small boat crossings falling, asylum hotels closing, protecting young people from social media, and 500,000 children being lifted out of poverty because of the choices that I made. Our reputation in the world restored, with Britain once again standing up for decency, respect, and the rule of law, securing trade deals, standing with Ukraine, standing up for our values, and rebuilding our relationship with our allies in Europe. Change promised by a Labour government, change fought for by a Labour government, change delivered by a Labour government. But I know the question being asked now is not who was best placed to change the Labour Party, to take us into power and to begin the vital work of improving lives for millions of people. Those questions have been answered. The question my party is asking now is whether I am best placed to lead us into the next general election. I have heard the answer of my parliamentary party to that question, and I accept that answer with good grace. Every decision I've taken has been about putting the country I love first. That is why I will resign as leader of the Labour Party. I have spoken to His Majesty the King this morning to inform him of my decision. I will ask the National Executive Committee of the Labour Party to set out a timetable with nominations opening on the 9th of July and completed by the summer recess. In the case of a contest, this will ensure a new leader is in place before Parliament returns in September. I will remain in post as Prime Minister until the contest is complete, and I will do everything I can to ensure an orderly handover of power. I will also give my successor my full and unequivocal support, knowing that they will inherit a Britain that is far stronger and fairer than the one I inherited 2 years ago, better prepared for the challenges ahead, and better able to ensure the Labour Party secures a second term in office.
All right, so that was British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who has announced that he will resign, and that after a leadership contest within the Labour Party chooses a new leader, he would then step down. Of course, there's an election coming up, and the party did not think he was best placed to lead it. There were many issues, including his support, his friendship with Mandelson, who was involved in some scandal, and quite a number of other issues. So, of course, this is not a morning for comparative politics. We would have discussed this, but I know you think it's the system they run is an interesting system to consider whether that system will work for us. I've been saying that because of the solidity of other institutions, it makes the frequency of change of governments not too deleterious. In our case, a lot of institutions have not been built to that level. So if you start doing this merry-go-round, you're going to run into many problems. So I don't think we are there to start experimenting the system. But again, I stand to be corrected on that point.
Well, I think there are many things that people told us we're not ready for, but we're showing, that once given the opportunity, we should be able to do it. But I think it raises a bigger issue about what ethical considerations should drive what leaders do. You spoke about Mandelson. I mean, everything started from there. Prime Minister, news came out that somehow his office or people close to him had put pressure on the appointing institutions who were looking into his appointment to become the UK ambassador to the US. And these are things that UK people or English people take very, very seriously. And once that news made the headlines, the pressure was on. And mind you, this man was associated with, what's his name? The US the sex offender.
Yes. Epstein.
Epstein. So he created such a storm. He sort of tried to manage it, fired a few people, and thought that, that was going to settle the storm.
It was not going to end.
It was not
a week, everything just went back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then what eased the pressure on him was the Ukraine, not the Ukraine war, the Iranian situation. But eventually, the people saw through what appeared to have been lies that were told in some cases, and they insisted that, look, a person running the office of Prime Minister has got to have some level of decorum. And when things like that are in play and people are still grieving from the man we just spoke about, it is important that leaders should accept responsibility. And you saw in Europe, a number of prime ministers and leaders have had to face or bite the bullet because of the association with the man. So I think the lesson to draw from that is what ethics are driving our leaders.
No, I agree with you, but particularly in the sense that in certain societies, public opinion still matters. There's still such a thing called shame, and there's still such a thing called honor. People resign based on principle or based on the fact that when public opinion forms on certain kinds of matters, there's nowhere to hide. I think what we have to guard against is to reduce everything to politics and to reduce everything to, if I'm on this side, I don't see wrong with what my people do. There should be a certain sense of responsibility. And we in the media have to encourage this. Where people misconduct themselves, we shouldn't trivialize it. And the public itself should have a higher standard of what it expects of leaders.
Exactly.
You know, so for me, that's what makes British society develop. It's not just the roads and the houses. The fact that he knows that he can't get through this. Here, people have crisis, they do things, we go back and forth, we reduce it to, MPP people say it to, or NDC people must support, or vice versa. I don't think we can build a society like that. And there are people who are so beholden to political parties that they can't see anything wrong with what their party does. Right? And I don't think it's a good way to build a society. And it even goes back to the things we're talking about. For me, what differentiates societies is the things they value. Which is why this idea of the way parents are becoming, how do I put it, shamelessly
flamboyant,
showing off affluence to reward students for writing wasi. You know, even in cases we've heard in the past, parents buying apple for their children. A society cannot develop like that. So we need to, I feel like our biggest challenge is not even flooding. It's about what are the unspoken rules of Ghanaian society?
Exactly.
What can you get away with? All right. A society where you can't get away with wrong is the kind of society we want to build. You know, so it's not just the fact that Britain we speak English. It's more around public discourse and public decorum. Okay. And I think that the kind of politics we do and even the kind of media coverage we give to the politics sometimes trivializes serious ethical issues and blurs the lines. You know, wrong is wrong, right must be right. Governments everywhere must punish wrong and reward right. Citizens everywhere must reward good governance and punish bad governance, not just through voting. There must be public pressure enough and there must be honor. You know, we like watching old movies for these classics, you know, and they will tell you, have you no honor as a man? Marcus Aurelius. We need to teach our kids what honor is. If you say something, you must stand by it. If you make a promise, you must abide by it. If you are unable to abide by it, apologize. You see, if you don't teach kids that hard work pays and that you must go through difficulty, when they become grown-ups, they will misbehave. So I worry for Ghana more around what our kids are, how our kids are being trained. What values are we putting out to them? If a parent can buy a pot for a child, I think it's a capital punishment. You are not only destroying his present, you are compromising his future. You get, and it should lead to a lot more public conversation. We all want our kids to pass, but you cannot buy a pot for your child. You should not be doing that. There must be modesty as well. You cannot. How do you bring a car to a secondary school for somebody writing WASI? What's the sense in that? So if he passes the WASI, what do you do for him? Then what if he gets to university? Then if he gets a first class there, then you what will you do? And even passing is good to celebrate, but is that really the life?
No.
What is its value to society? You know, we must have a higher standard. So please, parents, you know, we are talking Father's Day. Parents must. I think this idea of a lot of parents abandoning their kids should be a national discussion. Because you can have all these policies and government interventions, but if people in certain communities think that they can impregnate young girls as young as 13, which itself is a crime, and then the 13-year-old feels proud to do Kojimo at 14. Do you understand? Then
child naming.
The man has 5 or 6 kids with all teenagers around the area, and he still sees himself as a power yo-yo, and the society doesn't condemn it. What economic policy can save such a society? Just, and I don't think we spend enough time talking about that. I want to say that a lot of these our media platforms and our churches must talk more about responsible parenting, responsible present parenting. You cannot have teenagers get pregnant. You cannot have men impregnating girls all over the place, not taking responsibility and just roaming around the street. You get it? No, we should not. If a man impregnates a teenager, he must be ashamed of himself before even the Lord takes his course. But here we make him feel like Charlie, he be champion. He get 6 kids, and these 6 kids is not looking after them.
Different.
You're not looking after them. Why should the society allow such a thing to happen? You know, we have to be more serious. Anyway, let's go back to flooding. Or you want to?
Yes, because you know, this conversation about parenting, I've had it personally with you several times, and I'm happy that you've brought it up. I guess the situation has sort of raised it. But here we are in a state that leaves much of figuring out to citizens. I think that there's the need for a lot more state intervention in parenting. My personal view, and when I was having this conversation with you, it seemed a bit alarming. My personal view is that, and this is without any prejudice to any parent, but there's some kind of crisis associated with parenting in this country. I feel that, and I say this with the greatest of respect, we sometimes are finding ourselves with non-adults raising children. Okay, if you pay attention to some of the conduct of parents, they are supposed to be the model for which the children will learn from. But if you see increasingly the conduct of parents, some parents is becoming questionable. How do they become a model for the children who are growing up? And I feel that there's the need for the intervention of the state. Okay, I have a crazy view that the state should, in some sense, assess who even becomes a parent. Being a parent is such a huge, and I told you that when we had this conversation, you were glaring at me in similar fashion. Maybe I'm extreme, but I think that not everybody should just get up and, by virtue of having sex, be a parent. The state should be interested, because the people who are going to be birthed are going to carry this nation forward. And I see how Sky is already looking at me.
No,
maybe they should use this. No, I think your point, you see, your general point is not controversial. What you're saying about the state having a role in parenting is not controversial. Maybe the modus. So maybe I could say incentives. All right. So that if you have a child within a certain context, there should be some support. And then there should also be support for people of a certain age who have kids who they cannot look after. I also think that men who have kids and do not look after them, if they are found, there should be some punitive action taken. There should be punitive action for deciding to neglect a child. That if it is proved that you are the father of a child, you have some responsibility to the woman and to the child. And if you work, the state can compel some salary of yours to be given, even if you are a by-day laborer. Just so, like, if you are, let's assume you're a driver and you have a child with a person, and you decide you're not going to look after the child, once the state gets to know, they can say that 30% of your pay must be sent to the child, and it should be forced. Do you understand? Because for me, the idea that an adult can just impregnate young girls and walk about freely, and you see, but that's one. But a society is not just laws and government, it's also values. And so I talk of church, mosque, media,
schools.
We should be talking about such things. There should be interventions around. When you go to a community to speak to, they said no. This idea that teenagers having kids and they feel proud about doing it, it's not right. You know, the extreme version of that was when a child is pregnant, we say don't write BC. Okay, fair enough. You are punishing a child, but we cannot, because some of the girls are pushed in because of economic situation. But some too have been socialized to believe that I'm free, I can do anything I want. Also because there's no parenting in the house. You get it? So there's a crisis of parenting in Ghana. And as you're saying, the state must be interested at the local level. So for example, the same way that a DCE must make sure that the drains are not choked.
They are not doing.
They must make sure that every child is in school, and that after a certain time, kids are not outside. You cannot have 13-year-olds at a club. If you understand, in serious countries, you have to be 18. You go to certain communities which are very poor, you see 13, 14, 12-year-olds sitting somewhere drinking alcohol. We cannot allow that. If we cannot, why are we banning social media? Or why are we saying we should ban social media? If a 13-year-old girl can go and sit at Kochik room where men prey on her, what's the point of banning social media? Just and local governance should have that. So they should be able to say any club or any joint that allows underage people to come. Yeah. So if you don't show a national ID that you are 18, you can't enter here. That's what serious countries do. You go to communities and you are having. I went to do a job and I saw a woman who said she was 16. She had 3 kids or something.
Not a woman.
At 16 years, she's
a
child.
I've seen 30-something-year-old grandmothers. Imagine that. Why you know what I'm saying? And you see, these are the things that if we don't correct, we are making it harder for our future to develop, because we can come out of IMF program, come up with a policy for railway, all the things we want to do. If our children at the time they are adults have 30% of the population with kids who were not fathered properly, you know the kind of society it creates. It is proven by research that kids who grow up without one of two parents in a certain condition, it affects the way they develop. So please, let's push this idea of parenting as a serious issue she raises. In fact, her radical suggestion may trigger us to think of what to do. You cannot just have a child and walk away scot-free. We should be able to even take your property.
That's if you have.
Yeah. If a man decides to, particularly underage girls, to impregnate a person to have a child, and you leave a 16-year-old with a child, and you are walking around driving your taxi, and you are spreading your oats around the community, we should take your taxi from you, sell it and use to pay the child's school fees, and put you on some correctional program. Seriously, we don't want the state to become a moral, but the way our society is becoming, the purpose of government is not just economic. The government must also hold the moral candlestick. You cannot do anything you want in a society. No, that's chaos. So guys, seriously, this discussion around parenting, even Father's Day and all these things, you know, we have to wake up. We have to wake up.
The tragedy what I see is the tragedy is sometimes the very people we look forward to hold the moral candlestick themselves have compromised lives or are not exemplary enough, so they may not even accept what you're pushing or address that in similar fashion. And I'm listening very carefully, and this is a very important conversation for me in particular, because I've been privileged to have my dad in my life very present, and really privileged to have a lot of father figures as well. And a lot of the times when I speak to people who have not had the privilege of their fathers being present, or even have father figures, you can tell the resentment, and you generally find that such people have maladjusted lives. Their life is very difficult and things are very complicated, and a lot that is going wrong in our society will be fixed if fathers were just doing the right thing. And one of the things I regret is that anytime it's Father's Day, we talk about how more men should be responsible. And it hurts me because there are good ones there, but it's becoming a thing that you just have too many bad guys out there that we always are focusing on these guys. It's something that really, really troubles me. I tell you the story of the young girl I met the other time. Guess what? Throughout the 4-year period she was in school on scholarship at Ashesi, 2 of her younger siblings who were not in school, they were all put in the way of them. They were all put in the family way.
None of the them, girl you met where?
So the Sogakopa young girl who was selling abolo there.
By the roadside.
Yes, and then we got some scholarship for her to be at Ashesi University. For the 4-year period she was in school, 2 of her younger siblings
got pregnant.
Were impregnated by men who didn't show up, who were not taking responsibility. And there are communities.
But where are the parents of this girl?
So just to frame it better, they were defiled and got pregnant
because they
were
below
keep
age.
The criminal element.
Yeah, but
they are
my point
underage.
is, where are their parents?
So a lot of the times you find that these girls are children of single mothers. Either their fathers were also not available or they lost their fathers, So we need traditional leaders also to get involved in these queen mothers and the chiefs, because some of the men who do these also are influential people in the villages and communities like that.
We are normalizing having sex with underage people. We shouldn't normalize it.
The lack of sanctions.
We shouldn't normalize it. And the society will only, as I always say, the culture of a place is the behavior its leaders permit. So we should be able, as traditional leaders, religious leaders, media leaders, lay down a marker to say this will not happen here.
Yeah, we underline it.
We should not, because the negative effects are so many. When there's a pothole, everybody can shout because you can all see it. But trust me, there are some things that are more deadly than potholes.
Yeah, what it does.
The challenge is that because it's happening insidiously, we assume it's normal. You have this crisis of parenting, teenagers giving birth, 29-year-old grandmothers. You are destroying society in a more serious way. But it has never really caught attention because it's not visible. You get it? What differentiates societies are not visible things. So don't tell me that the Eiffel Tower is France or the Tower of London. It's the way they think that differentiates them. And I feel like in Ghana, we don't spend enough time talking about the way we think, the way we behave, and the things we permit. We laugh about certain things we shouldn't be laughing about. I am saying this idea of under 17 kids being allowed to roam our streets without any proper regulation, falling victim to predators, is a complete no-no. It's a complete no-no. I need to think. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, last week a video came up on socials. People were there was a teacher in the secondary school in Bole who was having sexual intercourse with a student, and someone filmed it, and it was all over the place. And the comments that adults were making on social media,
it was so sad.
If you look at it and you realize that the moral decay runs really, really deep. Apparently, this teacher has been sleeping around with more students, and people are saying, "Oh, it looked consensual. The girl was consenting to it." I'm like,
it doesn't even make sense for a society to think that in any serious society that teacher will be shamed.
Yes,
because this is the thing about Ghana. You see, we've lost the plot that a teacher in a school setting is filmed having sex with a student, and the discussion is that the girl seemed to be okay with it. We've fallen so low. We are falling so low that we can't even recognize our fall. That in any serious society, that teacher will not be anywhere near a classroom at all.
He wouldn't even be recording videos, because I saw a video of him, and if it is to be believed that that's him, saying that a colonel on one casa and ordin in Hoba and Amedeno.
Can you look at that?
Like that. And that is online.
So what's the Minister of Education doing?
They said they what was there an arrest of? There was a suggestion that there was an interdiction, not necessarily an arrest. And you see, it raises so many issues.
Bole Senior High School. Okay, hold on. What is the headmaster doing? This is the president's hometown, by the way.
Yes.
District Director of Education.
We need to get serious. We need to get serious. That if and this is the other thing, if there's no serious sanction on this, and in a typical Ghanaian fashion, we'll make jokes about it. You remember there was this thing about a teacher and a student with a chair.
Yeah, kitchen
stool.
And then people started making memes about kitchen stools. So like when there's something serious that we are supposed to agonize and weep over, we create jokes about it. This society is not going anywhere if we are not going to get serious with these matters. I am urging the District Director of Education to summon this teacher and to publicly tell us what he's doing about this.
I think that the Ministry of Education has a ton of work to do with respect to the protection of children in school, especially girl children. They need to work or collaborate with the Ministry of Gender, Social Protection, etc. Okay, because this conversation about teachers or instructors preying on students, female students, in some rare occasions, young boys in school, it's a problem. And it's a problem that we've been brooding over. Okay, as a country, we are not ready to have that conversation. Child Rights International came out with their report, a very troubling report. Okay, and I would have expected to hear our churches, our religious bodies, mosques, our chieftaincy institutions talk about what is happening, what adult Ghanaians are doing to the next generation of human beings who are going to run this country. Okay, Bright and his team did a fantastic job, and their revelation was that defilement is the biggest form of abuse against children. I'm yet to hear that the gender minister speak about it. I would love for the two ministries to put together a plan as to how they are going to deal with this. Adjoa Boafo talked about a sex offender registry as perhaps the way to deal with a growing crisis of pedophilia in this country. And it's what you allude to. Sky cites the example that the teacher had the audacity to say that it is the student who brought herself.
Which means he doesn't even think the society's outrage will lead to anything.
The example you cited is a clear example. It tells we made kitchen stool jokes out of what appeared to be defilement. We didn't see anything wrong. We need to even review our culture. Culturally, what have we done? We punish the 13, 14, 15-year-old girl who is being exposed. Exactly.
Meanwhile, the adult who's sleeping with her is okay.
Exactly. You see grown women beating young girls that they are chasing after our husbands. When we see these female children acting in such manner, where they do videos and say, we are coming home to take your husbands, our immediate reaction should not be to deal with them or to shut them down. We need to understand what went wrong for them to have that mindset. Because first of all, they are children. They don't have agency. And second of all, what is being done to them is an offense, but they don't even know it.
I'm telling you.
Okay. And so how we even socialize these girls, and in some cases boys, is problematic. In some communities, and I don't even want to be going to the specifics of mentioning names, but you have parents sending out young girls in the night, dressing them in quite provocative ways. There are particular areas that are known for this. I've personally encountered same as a journalist, where you see young girls being sent out by their parents. What are they being tasked to do? To go and engage money and engage men and bring money home. We need to look into this.
We want to finally say that the same level of gusto that our religious leaders, traditional leaders are using to promote this anti-LGBTQ thing that they say is against our culture. Sleeping with young girls should also be against our culture.
Thank you.
So we should be angry about it.
Thank you very much.
We should preach about it too. A society cannot say same-sex relationship is evil, but think that 13-year-olds getting pregnant is normal.
Getting raped is normal.
You get it? We should not tolerate such thing. Society should not look the other way when a teacher is filmed sleeping with a student and it's become the butt of jokes. No, that society will not succeed. So we have to change our minds. We have the final week of our on-air series for the Citi Business Festival. Deborah Asma is our guest. We're discussing now the tech space. And that's coming up in the next few moments on the Citi Business Festival on a series brought to you by Absa Bank with support from MTN, Zonda Tech, and of course Petra Trust. So what's the topic? Digital transformation for SMEs. Deborah Asma is the Chief Marketing and Operations Officer from Pontu Technologies. Fantastic solutions for SMEs using technology. In the meantime, if you're ready to level up your future, make Academic City your first choice. At Academic City, students don't just learn, they build, innovate, and lead. Our graduates work with global companies like Apple, Goldman Sachs, and Ernst & Young, while others are building startups and driving innovation across Africa. Academic City offers innovative undergraduate and postgraduate programs in engineering, business admin, communication, AI, data science, and cybersecurity. We are the first university in SSA to offer undergrad programs in nuclear engineering and unmanned aerial systems engineering. Call us on 053-101-2236. Academic City, education future ready leaders. Petra sees the whole journey, not just your retirement. From building wealth to settling down, we have solutions for every turn. Investments to build your future, insurance to protect what matters, easy homes to unlock your own doors early. We don't just manage money, we understand your story. Join the Petra family today and let's do life together. Visit petraonline.com. Petra, achieve more. We all know that silence. When your rent is due and you can't pick the call. When the shop is empty and you're pretending it's fine. When salary finished 2 weeks ago and there's still a week to go. When your goods are stuck at the port and the clearing agents keep calling. When your business idea is ready but the cash isn't. That silence has a name. It's called money. Bills breaks the silence. Whether you need working capital, a salary loan, emergency cash, or startup funding, your Ghana card is all you need. Call Bills today on 0302 200 390 or 059 6920 833. We'll take a break and bring you our conversation with Deborah of Impontu. Before later on, we'll be speaking to technocrats at 75. If you went to KNUST, 10 level tech.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Technocrats, they are 75. You know,
support was sign of my dream band.
I tell you, beautiful. We'll be back with all of that. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Where do your hopes and dreams take flight? The money you've earned, the future shining bright. At Petra, we're not just here for your retirement plan. We are here for the life you've imagined and then some. From your child's education to your dream home's door, we'll help you achieve what you're striving for. Petra is here, steady and strong. Your wealth in safe hands, where it belongs. With investments that grow at rates that compete, we build your future with every heartbeat. That's Petra, your partner. Come joy or strife, guiding you toward the dreams that define your life. For your pensions, investments, loans, and more, visit our website at petraonline.com or call 0242 435037. Petra, achieve more.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Your health is your most valuable asset and it deserves expert attention. At the International Maritime Hospital, we believe healthcare should be personal, precise, and delivered with excellence. That's why we provide specialist-led care, combining experienced doctors, advanced diagnostics, and a client-centered approach. From preventive care to specialist consultations and advanced treatment, every step is handled with precision and care. Our serene environment, modern facilities, and dedicated medical team ensure you receive the quality care you deserve every time. So whether it's for you or your family, choose care you can trust. Visit the International Maritime Hospital at Community 3, Tema, or call 0303 220 030 or 055-2222-90. International Maritime Hospital. We serve and we care.
Hey, Charlie, these days there are Azan everywhere, and GCB Bank is on the alert to protect your money. So be vigilant. I should share my OTP with you. How can you tell me this story? Masa, one-time PIN no be group work, so don't share. Azan, they say share your PIN for them to help you. Azan, unknown link, bia, no click so Bebre Azan, free ATM help, say. My friend, look sharp. GCB Bank will never ask for your PIN, OTP, or Ghana card details. Don't fall victim. Think before you click or send anything. Azan Boys Day Street. So DG, call 0800-422-422 free or WhatsApp 0202-422-422 when in doubt. This fraud alert campaign, Azan, is brought to you by GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Welcome to our honor series of the Citi Business Festival 2026. I am Nik Latte. This program is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 Television in partnership with Absa Bank. Our sponsors are Absa Bank, MTN, Zondate Ghana Limited, and Petra Trust. Our conversation for today is digital transformation for small and medium-sized enterprises. If you are listening to us on radio, you are listening to 97.3 Citi FM, relevant radio always. If you are watching us on television, this is Channel 1 TV. Welcome. Welcome again. Today we are really discussing how technology is changing the way businesses operate and also what affordable solutions are within reach for medium-sized enterprises. And this I'm doing with the Chief Marketing and Operations Officer at Impuntu Technologies, Deborah Asma. Madam Deborah, welcome. Good to have you here on 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 Television.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
This week, we are looking at innovation, technology, and the future of work. And we are having this conversation with small and medium-sized enterprises in mind. We can even add the micro businesses. So let me broaden it a bit and make it MSMEs, micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. And so if any of these businesses, they are listening to us and we see digital technology, what does it mean to them and why does it matter?
I think usually when we start the conversation about digital technology, people think huge capex, huge investments, and big tools, complex devices, and things. But it's really your simple stuff. So if I look at the categories we are speaking to, it's solving a problem with a digital tool. So I'm using the tool again to define what it means. So let's take a simple problem of receiving money. And you run a business, and usually you would have people bring you cash to your shop or to your office or to your, any place of your business. And now you are using mobile money. You have gone through a digital transformation. So when you ask the question about what it means to use any digital tool, you're looking at picking a specific problem or a specific need, identifying a right tool that can solve that specific need, and it doesn't have to be complicated or complex.
I see. So it's neither a huge capital expenditure nor big tools.
No.
Just using simple tools to solve everyday problems
Yes.
as a business.
Yes.
So if many businesses are worrying that technology is expensive, you think that's a myth?
You have to rephrase the question. If you're thinking tech is expensive, the question I would ask is, what problem is currently expensive for you? Because if you consider it in that angle, you wouldn't be too focused on the tool. I think people think tech is expensive because their focus is on the tool rather than on the solution you're trying to implement. So if you go back to the example I mentioned about mobile money, how expensive is it to use mobile money to receive your payments? What you need is a SIM, and probably a merchant SIM at that. So it's not expensive. I think I would answer your question specifically by saying it's a myth. It's a mentality shift we need.
So you just have to weigh the benefits against the cost of the tool you are deploying.
Exactly. What is the issue you're trying to solve? And let's identify that issue and look at if it's not possible to have a free or a cheap tool to solve that. Most of it we get being rolled into the tools that we hear other people are using, and we think, hey, it's going to be expensive. That's how we usually work.
Maybe the question I should put to you again should be that, what if an SME is running a limited budget, for example?
What is a limited budget? So if you take the Momo example, what is a limited budget here? It's a SIM. I don't know the cost of a SIM card now, but I sure know it's not as expensive as we started off with in the past. Probably 20 CDs or 10 CDs. So if you're having an issue where you cannot account for your finances coming in, you think that there's always a shortfall in your revenue at the end of the day because you're not keeping track and you're doing cash on the table all the time, you are losing more money than it would cost you to buy a merchant SIM. Do you get what I'm saying? So what is the expense? You're not tracking your inventory because everything is on paper. People go into the shop and pack things. I watched a video on Instagram recently where the woman was crying because the boxes that she thought had items in it had been packed with paper. And so the question is, how are you keeping track of your inventory? Are you sending the shop attendant to go count the inventory and come report to you of the inventory? How much would it have cost you to have put in a very simple tool, for example, Kedeba inventory, to have run your inventory and have access to it? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, you've mentioned two examples, inventory and then also payment. Will you say they are the first when it comes to the easiest way of digitalizing any business?
When you ask a technologist which one is the first, it's a full plate to think of. But I think that there are probably 3 or 4 key areas for every business,
Mention
right?
them.
There is the reaching out to your customers or managing your customer engagement, because every business has a client one way or the other. Then you have your receiving your monies and keeping track of your monies, your expense and your inflows. Then you probably want to look at your managing your funds itself. So you have received it. How do you manage it? Where is it going to? Then you have most people having some level of inventory. It could be inventory that is very fluid and keeps going and coming out, or it could be very stable inventory. So if you ask me which one is the easiest, I'll look at these areas that people would usually do in whatever business there is. So your invoicing, your receipting, your collection of payments and expenses, your customer engagement, then you'll have your normal operations.
I see.
Everything else is your normal operations.
So first, how you reach your customers, that's customer engagement, and also receiving what comes in and then what goes out, more or less like cash flow. And then after you've done that, how do you even manage them? And then also inventory. But do these work for both formal and informal businesses?
I think so. Let's take an example of any informal business, probably the person in Makola or Kantamanto. They're doing all these. Some of these people might have people who come to them different times and different days coming to buy something, but they have their loyal customers that sometimes when they get stock, they inform them about. So they keep in touch with these customers. These customers send them requests of whether you have replenished your stock or not. These women have stock, and so that is their inventory, and they are expending money and they are receiving money. That is their cash flow, going out, and you have your expenses and you have their normal operations. They go and buy things, they pack it somewhere, they have someone who helps them and all that. it would always be the same. It's just the uniqueness of it that would vary depending on the sector. If you go to a formal business, it's the same thing. They reach out to their clients. Their clients bring complaints. They have to resolve those complaints. They keep track of all these customer engagement. They send out receipts or invoice. They receive funds. They expend funds. They buy light, they pay for water bill. So all these expenses remain the same. Then you have your normal operations, what time people come in, what time they leave, who is running wards, who is cleaning wards. So I think the functions remain the same, whether it's formal or informal.
Interesting. So the technology you talk about runs through from production to consumption.
Well, I believe so.
So if I'm asking you to name the current digital tools that are available for small businesses, what would they be?
Let's start from the basic ones.
Okay.
Every business now, or I dare say 90% or 99% of businesses now on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a digital tool for customer communication and engagement, right? Most people now would wait for the customer to send them an engagement. They would then make themselves available to respond to those engagements. And it's usually around that places that you realize gaps exist. So if you have WhatsApp, which most businesses do now, what we tell our clients or people we engage with is that in these days where digital advancements have taken place, you can scale up on the WhatsApp. So everybody's talking about AI. I'm sure if I meet a 5-year-old right now, they would mention AI, whether they understand it or not. But what you can do with your basic WhatsApp business engagement is now have an AI agent. And please, it's not as complicated as it sounds. So if you take a business like Impuntu, what we'll do with our customers is that you have your business, you have repetitive feedback and customer engagement that you have stored on your WhatsApp, and you know what people usually come to ask you about. You would train your AI on these responses. And because you can stay awake throughout the night to come and respond to a customer like me, who, because I sleep at 1 a.m., I think everybody else sleeps at 1 to send you a question. Your AI agent becomes your replica, quote unquote, to respond to the common questions that people come to ask, and can even go and check your inventory to see if you have stock. That is, if you sell something, and respond to it. These are simple tools that are in your pocket. The only thing we have done is to put a leverage on top of it to make it more optimized for you. Okay. Then you have your accounting tools. Okay. There are basic accounting tools that is out there. You can just go to Play Store. Most people have their Play Store and smartphone, but they do a lot of social media engagement. Go download an accounting tool. There are accounting tools like QuickBooks, Tally, there's Kedeba ERP that has a version for inventory and sales. You do that and you use that to generate invoices and, send out receipts. So you can just manage the money's coming in and the money's going out, So there are basic tools out there people can use.
I see. Sounds very complicated, but you say it isn't.
No,
I don't know what the business out there is also thinking about. But
it's not.
First, having your social media platform for engagement, you cited, WhatsApp. I don't know if it's the original WhatsApp or WhatsApp business. It works for both, right?
It works for both.
Okay. And also you can get your AI assistant that's a replica, not necessarily replacing you.
Exactly.
As
supporting and making you more efficient.
I see. And then also your accounting tools where you can go on Play Store, the basic accounting, what is coming in, what is going out, the totals and what have you. Well, many thanks, Deborah, for laying that particular foundation for us, making us understand how digital tools can also help businesses create that immediate business value. But this is still our honor series of the Citi Business Festival 2026. We are talking about innovation, technology, and the future of work. Deborah Asma is the Chief Marketing and Operations Officer at Impuntu Technologies. We are taking a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking about the 4 thematic areas that she's really outlined. That is operations, customer engagement, sales, and financial management. And specifically, she's going to practicalize how digital transformation plays out in all of these areas. Stay with us. You're welcome back, and then thank you so much for staying with us here on our honor series of the Citi Business Festival 2026. I am Nik latte. Deborah, let's continue from where we left off. Now, help us really identify the right technology for specific business needs. And I'm giving you 4 because in your remarks, you've actually laid out the foundation for all of these areas: operations, customer engagement, sales, and financial management. I want you to take us to the classroom, or if you like, the boardroom. A business has come to you for consultation, advice, and what have you. Let's take them one after the other. So how do we use digital technology or tools to improve operations? What's the blueprint?
Operations is a big thing. When you list the finance, customer experience, and all that, they still would feed back into operations. Right. So operations is really huge. But if I want to narrow it down, where I would go to is your ability to meet your set SLAs or service level agreements or your set plans. Let me put that for operations so we don't have to look at all the things.
Indeed.
So if you say, for example, in your business or in your engagement with your clients, anytime somebody sends me a request, I want to be able to respond within a certain time. That becomes an operational function within your business. And you have other angles. So you are not the one probably going to do the response, or you are going to be the one to do the response. If you are not, then you have to bring people along with you on that set function to be able to deliver that expectation. So how do you do that? You can't just say it and then walk away. If it's a big organization, they would have tools like a customer resource manager that they would use. So for example, if I'm speaking with a client, I would ask them if they have any tool that they are using to collect customer information so they can monitor or measure whether they are delivering per the set function. If they don't, then now we advise them on setting up a tool. And in this case, I'll give them a Kedaba CRM and teach them how to use it. Let them put their SLA, so the service level agreement. So if I want to respond to you in 5 minutes, I will put it in it. So if a customer sends a communication, I will check if we are responding in 5 minutes. If we are not, then we want to ask why and deal with it. But it can also become too manual if you want to take it and then go and do with that. So this way I'm going to mix the operations with customer engagement. So I spoke about WhatsApp. Currently in Ubuntu, this is what we do. We have set WhatsApp as an automated agent for our operational functions. Anytime someone sends us a mail, so we have designated emails that are public emails that we want to collect information to. When the mail comes in, it beeps on my WhatsApp in my alert mail and it feeds into my CRM.
So everything is happening in real time.
Everything is happening in real time. So I see that the mail has come through because I see the alert. When a customer sends a request on any of our channels, I see now that it has come through because it sends me an alert. And it's sending the alert with the time that has been allocated to the type of feedback. And the agent gives you a key of a summary of action points. So it says that respond to this customer who sounds agitated with a calm feedback and probably give them what they are looking for. So the summary has already been done for the person who is working on it.
I see.
So when I take my phone and I'm doing an audit, I'm not coming to ask you, did you respond to the client or you did not? Usually what I'll do is I'll go check the CRM if it is there. And I'll check to see if you did a report on the CRM. And if you come and say, oh, no, this one didn't come now, I'll just go in the alert. But you are part of the alerts. Did you not see the alerts? So what I have done now, I have looked at what my pain point was. My pain point was to be able to take away the human function, where I am reliant on the person to tell me whether a customer complaint came in or not. And because I have an operational target that I want to respond to all my emails or questions within this time, I have used a tool that is within our backyard. So I talked about WhatsApp, and I have elevated the WhatsApp from just a normal chat, status to an AI-enabled WhatsApp. And I have paired it with my CRM to be able to give me an optimized output, okay? So operational efficiency is enhanced in this regard. And I've meshed the operations and customer experience to be able to give you, this. But even with the customer experience, there is something we call sentiment analysis. So let's go to the foundation.
Tell me about it.
Everybody is calling you on your phone. Usually what we do is that when our clients call our reps, we go and ask them, what did they say? Were they happy? And if I am the one the customer is mad about, of course, I'm not going to tell you that the client is not happy. So, oh, they were okay. Oh, I handled it. I solved it. What we have done, because again, this is where our field is, we are now monitoring the calls, and we are recording the calls and doing a sentiment analysis on it. Means that, was the customer happy? Was the customer sad? In terms of the engagement between the customer and your rep, did the rep seem confident? Did they know what they were talking about, or there were a lot of gaps? And I'm not waiting for you. So usually at the end of the day, the analysis gives me feedback that says that 50 calls came through, as an example. 2 were positive, 48 were negative. They were negative because the rep didn't seem to know what they were doing. I have just picked a tool because customer experience was a pain point for me. I have enabled that tool to be able to give me an objective data. And now I can use the data to determine other operational decisions or strategic decisions that I need to make. You know,
I also see the financial bit in here. After deploying all of these technologies, you are saving money and time.
You're saving money and time because you are keeping yourself from losing a client. You have to send money again to go and bring in, you know. So we have to look at the trade-offs. And again, they are not expensive. The WhatsApp agent is about 50 Ghana cedis or 100 Ghana cedis, let me say between 50 to 100 Ghana cedis. Imagine spending 50 Ghana cedis to let you know that your client is happy or unhappy, or you're serving your customer on time or not on time. We probably should look at the
you really
budget.
paint a nice picture of how technology can help businesses turn around. But I want to find out from you what the barriers are. Sometimes people say businesses are resistant to change.
Yeah.
Is that really the case?
I think it's you know, I don't think there are so much resistance in change as it is a lack of information.
Okay, so the literacy is not
You know,
there.
because I'm sure when I was talking to you, without me saying 50 Ghana cedis, you're thinking in my head, hey, no boy.
Oh, no, I didn't
I'm
say
sure
that.
in your head. So I think it's more of
affordable.
access to information. If you know that you can do all these things I talked about, and you didn't need to be an enterprise or a big organization to do that, 50 cedis or 49 cedis or something, oh, but that one I can pay. You know, but we think that it's expensive. So we go into every conversation with that bias. And before the person would land, you have already concluded that I can't afford. So that's the first
Well,
thing.
the cost concerns may be genuine, but let's talk about, you spoke about the financial literacy and also the digital literacy. How do people, you know, equip themselves with the skills in the space?
So there's something we observed in our process of providing technology solutions to businesses. We realized, especially when it came to financial tool management. So if I go to a customer and I was setting them up on the Kedeba Finance, I noticed that the clients were eager to use the tool, but sometimes they didn't have time or they didn't have the know-how. And the time and the know-how were competing interests. So what we did was we developed an approach called the hand-holding approach. So I see you are interested in it, but you don't know how to now and you don't have the time. The team in-house will do the entries for you. So they were always touching base with the client every day, doing the entries for them, giving them time to build internal capacity to be able to take it up for themselves. Most often what we do is we do the training, we give them the tool and we leave them. So the person wants to use, but the person is disadvantaged because they can't use it. They don't know how, or they don't even have a resource person who would handle it. So we need to be able to do this hand in hand. When you're buying a tool, one of the things you should look out for is, will there be support for you in the usage of the tool? Or you would get the tool and you won't use it, not because you didn't have interest, but just circumstances did not afford you the opportunity to be able to use it.
Amazing. This has been great and wonderful. But Deborah, I want to really find out from you, if you look into the crystal ball, what will you say are the digital trends that are going to shape, you know, small and medium-sized enterprises in the country, say, the next 5 years?
You know how you think AI is a human right? Sorry, internet is a human right right now. Right now, if you don't have internet, everybody shakes. I think AI is going to that place. It's no longer going to be a conversation about, oh, do you intend to use it? Are you going to use it? It's going to be like internet. You're either on it or you are not part of the conversation. one of the major trends that I see happening is going to be agents. So the agents, in a simple explanation, is a digital staff who is doing something for you. So I talked about the customer experience as an agent. You can have a finance agent. You can have an operations agent. This is a trend that I think that in the next 5 years is going to be so... People will take it for granted that it wasn't there in the beginning. The other thing I think would be happening now would be cross-border payments and engagement. You know, these discussions are happening on after level, and we are looking at how best to move payment from a localized position to, you know, an international cross-border one. I think in the next 5 years, it's going to be very simple and very easy to do this now. It might not seem so now because conversations are ongoing, but very soon businesses will now be opened up to serve customers cross-border, because you can receive payment and you can send payment. And this would benefit businesses who set up their digital foundation or infrastructure now. Because if you're going into a place where you're doing cross-border sales and inventory, and you've not even built the capacity to do digital stock management, you're going to lose out of that opportunity. So
amazing. It's going to be simple and easy. You see, that's Deborah Asma, Chief Marketing and Operations Officer at Impuntu Technologies. By the way, Impuntu Technologies, who are you guys? What are you into?
So the way when you go to a doctor, they look at what is wrong, do lab tests, and prescribe what you have to do. This is what we do in the tech space. We are primarily an AI company. We help companies to analyze their data. But before we can help you do that, we need to make sure we have set up the right infrastructure, digital infrastructure for you to be able to do that, because the analysis has to be done on the data, operational data we have collected. So what we do is, if we find you have need for any digital tool, we look at what your business is about and we set up the function that suits you. Then now, using that function, we analyze that data and help you take strategic decisions. So we have off-the-shelf tools like our ERPs that I mentioned, and it's modular for finance, customer experience, HR, etc. And we have our AI tools too, to help you be more optimized and more efficient.
All right, thank you very much. This has been another exciting edition of our honor series of the Citi Business Festival, which is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 Television in partnership with Absa Bank. Our sponsors are Absa Bank, MTN, Zonate Ghana Limited, and Petra Trust. I'm Nik Amarteifio. Many thanks indeed for your company.
Please, flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Every woman deserves hair that looks and feels amazing. It starts with the right product. BO16. After relaxing, your hair needs serious care. BO16 Neutralizing Shampoo removes all those relaxer residues and restores your hair's natural balance. Itchy scalp, dandruff wahala, BO16 Treatment Shampoo will rescue you. Leaves your hair absolutely divine. BO16 Detangling Conditioner. No more painful tagging and breakage. See how smoothly the comb runs through. Now you know my secret.
BO16. Express yourself.
This advert is FDA approved. The GC brand. It's all about you.
Where do your hopes and dreams take flight? The money you've earned, the future shining bright. At Petra, we're not just here for your retirement plan. We are here for the life you've imagined and then some. From your child's education to your dream home's door, we'll help you achieve what you're striving for. Petra is here, steady and strong. Your wealth in safe hands, where it belongs. With investments that grow at rates that compete, we build your future with every heartbeat. That's Petra, your partner. Come joy or strife, guiding you toward the dreams that define your life. For your pensions, investments, loans, and more, visit our website at petraonline.com or call 0242 435037. Petra, achieve more.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
It's 47 after 9. Where were you in 1985? I have a guest who was in one of Ghana's finest tertiary institutions in 1985. How was life like there at the time, and what are they doing to reflect on their 75th anniversary? So much is happening, and I'll be having a conversation very shortly with Elliot Ajare. He's the chairman of the anniversary book committee for KNUST's 75th anniversary, Ghana's premier technical university. We'll be having that conversation coming up shortly. But you know, life doesn't stand still for you. It doesn't wait for you to be prepared. It just moves on. The best you can do for yourself is to prepare for life instead. A flexible policy like Old Mutual Legacy Transition Plan helps you build a legacy that offers you a cover of up to 300,000 Ghana cedis with no underwriting, greater flexibility with no limits to the lives you can cover up to age 80, and an uninterrupted cover, no lapse, enabling you to secure what matters most in the simplest of ways. You also get to enjoy the flexibility to update your cover every 5 years. Exciting, right? Oh yeah, so dial *378*3#. Request a call for the Old Mutual Legacy Transition Plan today. Let's get you a plan that works for you and your family. Old Mutual, do great things every day. And just in case, and I know you are looking for a best of flavor in every sip, please discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. So grab yours today. We are available at a local store near you. 0550032231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. And for years, you've trusted Sunny Gold Brown Sugar for its consistent quality and best packaging. Take control of your sugar intake now in a more convenient way with your trusted Sunny Gold brand. Sunny Gold brand. We have introduced the Sunny Gold Brown Sugar Sticks in 10 and 5 gram paper sachets. Perfect for hotels, restaurants, schools, homes, offices, or on the go, and even larger gatherings like parties, funerals, conferences, etc. Sunny Gold Brown Sugar also comes in cubes, bottles, and sachets. All for your cooking and bulk needs. Sunny Gold is a tradition of consistent quality available at a shop near you. It's my great pleasure to welcome Elliot Ajare to the studio, chairman of the anniversary book committee for KNUST's 75th anniversary. Sir, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
Wow, I'm imagining 1985. How was life like in KNUST?
It was interesting,
yeah.
I must say. The student population was barely 4,000. There was all that manicured lawns, and we having, even first-year students having paired up in rooms. Lecture halls were very sparsely populated.
Right.
We had very good interaction with our lecturers, one-on-one. So yeah, I mean, we had Bangra every Thursday. We went for our allowances.
Bangra?
Yes, we call it Bangra. Bangra means that the weekly allowance that we were given to buy coupons to go and eat. Some of us ended up spending on all sorts of things that I wouldn't mention here. But and then you buy your coupons, you go to the dining hall.
Yes.
You are served.
My God.
Very nice plates were served in. One of the interesting things is that you go very late and maybe the menu was over. The waiter will tell you, listen, food finished. Only Gary is left.
And then university level,
yes,
food is finished. Only Gary is left.
Gary is left.
But so much that Gary was an afterthought.
Yes, I mean, we didn't think there was so much. But I mean, looking at what others are going through now, I think that we had it very, very good.
Your generation, you were blessed.
Yeah.
And we've been shortchanged because, Charlie, level 100s, you are paired in, so like 2 in a room for level 100.
2 in a room. No perching. You had your balcony that you can hang your clothes and all that. You sit there. When somebody calls you can walk to the balcony and talk to somebody over the balcony. We had 2 single beds. You had your wardrobes. You had a desk each for yourself. Final year, the whole year, you have a single room.
Oh, it's not like an inner room.
No, a single room.
A single room, all to yourself as a final year student.
And that was it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can say that I'm not proud of what your generation left for us. It's nothing close to what you had, but
we have a lot to apologize for.
Yes, you do. You owe us a lot. But let's reflect on KNUST 75 years. What are we doing?
Yeah. The 75 years, the theme for the 75-year anniversary is from excellence to eminence. And what we want to actually project is the fact that...
From excellence to eminence.
Yes. I mean, where we are now, we know that, I mean, when we're looking at Africa and we look at the Africa rankings of universities, we usually are among the top ranked universities.
Yeah.
But we don't want to rest on our laurels.
Right.
Now we want to be eminent. We want to be a very, very eminent university globally.
Lovely.
So that is what we're trying to achieve.
I like that.
Yeah.
So how are we approaching this? Any programs coming up?
Oh, yes, we have quite a number of programs that have been lined up. As I was saying, I mean, we have, let me just go through so that you get through. Yeah. There's going to be an inter-college quiz, for instance. Okay. I mean, so that the various colleges on campus will challenge each other.
In a quiz contest.
In a quiz contest. We're going to be doing a community impact project where various students across all colleges will initiate developmental projects embodying NUC's commitment to social transformation. So they go to a community, they start a project, and they make sure they complete it.
That's a good
because
one.
we want to make sure that the impact is very, very clear.
I like that.
We also are looking at 75 stories of NUCs, a documentary, that series that showcases university's most significant inventions, innovations, societal contributions, and also our milestones. So there's going to be that. We
75 stories of KNUST.
Yeah, that's right. And we are also going to crown it all with a dinner and awards night. That's going to honor, our alumni who have distinguished themselves in various fields of endeavor. Also staff who have passed through and have distinguished themselves. Incredible. And also students. And that's we want it to happen in Accra.
So from excellence to eminence, 75 years of existence and your impact. I see also that there's a book that you're going to launch and you're the chairman of that anniversary book committee. Tell me more about that book.
That's the more reason why, I was asked to come because, I'm a publisher by profession. And when the 70th anniversary committee decided that they wanted to have a book that commemorates our 70 years, looking at it through a very narrow perspective of impact.
Right.
So the book is not a definitive history of NUCs, the 70 years. I think that is something that maybe the history department will have to undertake at some point. But this is looking through the fine, narrow window of impact.
Right.
Because definitely we have impacted the Ghanaian society in various ways. There was a point where the whole of Valco, most of the top engineers from Valco were trained from tech. I mean, they didn't need any external consultants or anything. They were managing this infrastructure, by themselves.
Wow.
So impact on
So
that.
you want to reflect on the
70
various
years
sectors of society. And look at your alumnus.
Yeah, that's right. And through the eyes of the alumnus and the impact as well. But look at it. In 1951, 200 students were dispatched from Achimota College. They had a principal Andrews, to go and start then something that was just a vision.
Right.
A university that was to set up to undergird our development insofar as science and technology was concerned.
Solid.
I think it was a very, very audacious and ambitious project that our development was going to be undergirded by science and technology.
That's right.
So let's set up an institution specifically for that.
Right. And several years down the line.
Several years down the line. Now we are
professionals all
over.
Doing incredible stuff.
Fantastic.
So tell me a bit. Let's zero into the launch of the program. Where will it be? How can alumni who are listening be a part? Are students invited? You know,
I think most of the alumni who are in the book, who are actually highlighted in the book, have been invited by now.
Okay.
But the general invitation goes to all alumni and our loved ones and those who really cherish what NUCS stands for. And the program is on Wednesday 24th. It starts at 10 a.m. at the Great Hall. And it's the launch of the 75th anniversary. But how fitting for the book that commemorates our 70 years to be launched on that same day. Yes.
Wow,
so it's a double
incredible
event for us. Yeah.
I love it. This is incredible. And I'm sure the Chancellor will be there. This is under
Definitely,
the
it will be under the
Chancellor.
auspices of Otumfuo himself.
My goodness. Chale, KNUST, Nyansapo.
Of course. And I know that, I mean, we seem to think that that's the best Ghana has had. I know you have other ideas, but it's not under consideration.
The fact
here.
that you know that I have other ideas should tell you that,
it's not under
there is
consideration
premier
here.
or nothing. And then there's room for, others.
Is that right? But let me add that. I mean, I think this book, when you see it, you realize why we sometimes think we are the best. I mean, I think this is the first attempt by a university to come up with a book of that nature. And when you do see it, yes, it's a photo book.
Are you sure of this?
Yeah, I will.
Are you sure? I can produce some compendiums right now.
All right. I think that will allow that.
No, but we are looking forward to it.
Yes.
Congratulations. We are proud of you. KNUST, you've done so well. I see that you've appointed a new Vice Chancellor as well.
Yeah.
I must commend your outgoing Vice Chancellor, Professor Rita Dixon. I've encountered her a number of times, and I particularly love her leadership, her warmth, her receptivity. A lot of things, leaders are often judged by the things that happen when they are around. There are things that also do not happen that could have gone wrong we often neglect to account for them. But I think that she's had a solid tenure, and congratulations to her.
I will let her know that it comes from you. But I mean, I share that same sentiment. I share the sentiment that she's a fantastic leader. I mean, she exhibits all the good things that the university stands for. And her tenure has been excellent. I mean, excellent.
Absolutely.
And we share the sentiment.
And congratulations to the incoming as well.
Yes.
You actually had the first female Vice Chancellor in Ghana. So
you see,
we congratulate you for that. But ultimately, we've also had our own. So
yes, that's right.
Elliot Ajari, it's been fun talking to you.
Yes, very, very nice talking to you.
Thank you so much for spending time with us, and we wish you all the very best on your 71st anniversary, especially as you are launching a book to commemorate this. We wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully another time we can get to talk again and reflect on some of our built environment challenges that we believe that more should be done. And let me wish you a happy Father's Day to be later.
Thank you very much.
Even though fathers, you don't hold our neck when we don't wish you, you still deserve it. So yes,
the Mother's Day is always celebrated more.
Because there are also things happening in the background.
I know.
If you don't do it, I'll for you. So yes,
thank you so much for having us.
We really appreciate you. Elliot Ajari is the chairman of the anniversary book committee for KNUST University's 7th anniversary. Please, where will it be happening? Just
at the Great Hall at the University of Science and Technology.
Very well.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Listen, you do the do you for pay, you born, you for hustle, you born, you for look, you born, you for pay.
So thank you so much for doing the listening. To our fathers, we love you, we appreciate you. Reverend John Kwesi Kudah is my dad. We celebrate you. Reverend Sam Mensah, happy Father's Day. And to all the fathers, Samuel Attah-Mensah, you're a big man. Reverend John Abu Baby, Reverend Emmanuel Osei Japan. To all the fathers in our lives, we love you so very much. Have a fruitful day. Until now, we'll be taking over the airwaves to spread love and some other things for sure. Enjoy your day. Keep your dial on the relevant radio always. My name is Caleb Kudah. Many blessings.